Oh,
Hey.
Hello.
Oh yeah, man.
Are we on the right show? That just looked very professional. All of that
looks
very
real nice.
professional.
Yeah, that was a good opening.
Did you like those? I like the lady who paints. That's like a pharmaceutical ad. When using word balloon, it may cause blindness and bloating.
Hmm.
It might.
I'm unplugging all my instruments so they don't explode after that intro.
Well, welcome to the Oh Yeah podcast, featuring Word Balloon by
true.
yokochips.com.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
How's everybody?
Guys.
Pretty
How are you,
good.
Scott?
Quick hello to Tony Pacos.
Oh yeah.
Regular watchers now.
I'm sure they are. And
bet
also to Mr. Jamie Farr. Hello to you as well.
Oh yeah, I like that guy. I watched that video a whole bunch of times since our last podcast.
I was reading Captain Marvel Against the Monster Society of Evil, a classic story of my time.
Classic.
He would pull that out though. He'd pull out something.
Did you guys see the Mike Douglas thing? It's on YouTube. It's from 1977, and back then Mike Douglas was an afternoon talk host, and he would be the guest host for the week. And they had Phil Suling on the show, who created the New York Comic Con, and he basically created the direct market back in the day. And he brought a stack of Golden Age comic books. And Jamie Farr knew every comic book that he had.
Yeah,
Nice.
I saw that. Who sent that to me? Was it Skoke or was it Johnny that sent that to me?
Probably
Johnny.
I think
Yeah.
Yoko Chips. Yeah.
So I watched it, and he was pulling out like those comics, like Action Comics #1 and stuff like that. And I was like,
Oh, cool.
I was cringing at the way he was holding. He was holding them with his bare hands. It wasn't behind plexiglass. He didn't have gloves on. I was cringing.
He was holding them like comics.
I know.
Yeah.
It was scary. It was scary. And then there was Wendy Pini
Yep.
on there.
From
Oh, was she on there?
Because it was
She used to dress up like
Yeah.
Red Sonja.
well, that's why they're like, well, we got a surprise for you, Jamie. You're going to have lunch with one of your favorite comic book superheroes. And Wendy
Is that
Pini
Wonder
came out
Woman?
in the red. She was in the red Sonya outfit. Hey, all right, how you doing? On
That's
my
a-
dash.
That's a great Conan the Barbarian girl outfit. Mhm.
It was
That's
awesome.
some-
And Wendy
that's-
Penny was a fine 70s cosplayer. She always looked great as Red Sonya. She did a good job.
At some point in the future, if we're ever allowed out of these boxes that you see us in here, and we go back to conventions, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, it's
I was
good.
gonna say someone let me out of the box. I was gonna say
Pie.
I'm gonna have to ask Wendy Pini about that.
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
As
I
I'm
met
sure
her.
Richard's not
when-
around and beats the hell out of you. Her
I want
husband.
to ask if she went on the date with Klinger. That's all.
Oh, that's right.
Incidentally, I got a deluxe chicken salad that includes fries and a free cup of soup.
Mm-hmm.
cosplay.
It would
I met them
include
Exactly, cosplay.
paprikash noodles, not fries.
Do they have that at Paco's? Paprika
Yeah,
noodles?
they have fries too, but people get I get the chicken paprikash.
Mm.
Pacos ships. Pacos will ship you a jar of Pacos pickles and peppers.
Really? I
Yeah,
might get some of the are the peppers pickled.
Johnny's had them.
I bet.
Yes, I have. They're quite
I'm gonna
good.
have to get them. But today, did you have tacos? Because it's Taco Tuesday. That's the thing.
I did not have tacos today. I had chicken salad. Chicken
Chicken
sandwich.
salads.
On an onion roll. It was very good.
Mm.
I
good.
ate cereal today. That was good. Twice.
Nice. What kind of cereal?
I combined Golden
Crunch.
Grams with some sort of honey oat something.
That's
Look at you in the
fantastic.
lab, General Mills. If you were in the Army, you'd be General Mills. Very good.
It's dangerous what I'm doing here, combining these cereals.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. With that entire conversation you guys had, we lost the two people that were listening to us.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, Mario's
Good
still
widow.
there.
They're probably hungry. Oh,
know
Mario's
what
tacos all the time. Yeah.
Guys, I got something that'll bring them all back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Show me.
Uh-oh.
I received a
Scared.
gift.
From a
Taco.
friend.
Did you?
I sent it to you. I'm gonna take credit. I sent it to you.
I know it wasn't you because I received this in person from my friend Daryl.
It was from
If-
me. I sent it to him.
And your other friend Daryl.
Sorry, these are from Franco. This is a collection of He-Man.
Hold on.
Oh,
look at
I
that.
like that.
Make me big. There we go.
Oh,
He-Man posable.
I I thought he was missing a leg.
Yeah. Well, he's little and posable.
Yeah,
He's
he's real
running.
small.
Wait, that's not his leg.
Look at the
The points of articulation.
Look at all the points of articulation here
Is
in
that
this
a
guy.
mega block?
Those are POAs.
Why do you have all
this-
those Band-Aids on your fingers?
Because I was cleaning my shower, and I was using a scrub brush, and
Did you irritate?
I was putting some elbow grease into it, but I
The
didn't
attack of
realize
Jeff Goldblum.
I had to move Jeff Goldblum aside to do it, and I just took the skin right off.
Jeez.
So that's what happened. Be careful when you wash your shower or
Must
when
have
you're
been
hanging
filthy.
pictures.
Hey, for all you youngsters out there.
And
Oh,
we
wait,
got-
there's
What else
more.
you got?
Oh,
Oh,
Skeletor.
those Skeletor.
Yeah,
Look at his head.
Skeletor and Tila. Look how
Ooh.
posable these are.
Yeah.
See that thing Skeletor is holding? I could have sworn that was his penis.
It's purple, and he's holding it off. It's not
holding
on
it
his
real tight.
body.
Yeah, he's turning his head away from
He looks sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that pose, he kind of
Yeah, he
looks like sad
does look
Skeletor.
sad. Yeah.
And it comes
Ooh.
with instructions. It
What
tells
the
you
hell
how
is
to
that?
put them together.
Did
And,
it come in pieces when you get them?
Yeah, it came in. No,
You have to build them.
They came together. You
Beast
didn't have to
Man.
build them. But look,
That's Beast Man.
all of them have this. What's going on here? This,
Pelvis thing with
There it
balls.
is.
Yeah, what is that?
That's
No.
called a pelvis penis socket.
It's a
ball.
ball joint.
They all have one.
Even the
Tila-
girl has one.
Yeah, Tila has one too. You could
She
see
has
there.
2 of them, I think.
Yeah.
One for later.
So I thought that was interesting. one for later.
Yeah,
So there you go. There's also a Beast
I
Man
want them.
and a Faker too. Here, Beast
Ugh.
Man is holding the whip behind there. He's
Hmm.
a little shy about that. and
Faker.
Faker's bending
Oh,
over.
that's his.
Yeah,
Oh.
hey, I'm looking for something on the ground. Where did
I
what
don't-
did I do?
I don't like what you're doing with those.
He's
Yeah.
looking for a glove.
Yeah, he's looking for a glove.
It's like,
Looking
where's
for
my
At my
glove?
place. The hell?
Where's my glove?
You won't have to
Oh.
look very hard. You just walk
Hopefully.
in, there it is.
Hopefully, it'll make Thundercats like that. That'd be cool.
That would be good. I mean, these are great. They're great.
And where did
Uh,
you get these? And why didn't you send them to me anonymously?
You might get some anonymously. They won't be from me because, as we know, I
Daryl.
don't send things that seem
From
like they
Daryl.
should be from me. Yeah,
Mm.
they'd be from Daryl. I have one other item
Oh,
to show. This is,
Oh.
this isn't that unusual, but the way I received it was unusual. This is an autographed photo of Svengoolie.
Mhm.
I said Svengoolie. I said that during the Q&A.
That's his brother who plays hockey.
Exactly.
Sven Goalie.
He's a goalie.
I did the same thing at the C2E2. When I asked the question, I said,
Excuse me, Sven Goalie.
Svengoolie.
I'm like, I don't know that guy. Don't worry about it, Rich. It's all right.
Svengoolie.
But it's significant because it came from a friend of mine, former coworker, who used to be an intern on the Svengoolie show, and his job was to throw the rubber chickens at Coes.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And he got this for me because he knew I enjoyed Svengoolie, and he went to Rich Coes to ask him for his signature, and Rich had just come out of the bathroom, so that makes it more special.
Hope he
If
watched
he was Italian, he'd be Sven Calamari.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah.
Skoke,
He
you
might be
presenting
Italian.
those things and telling the story reminded me of Jamie Farr when he gave us a shout out on Cameo.
Oh, that's right. What an
I
honor
don't
to
know when did that happen?
yeah,
And he held that up and he kept
Sven-
going off on tangents. Remember that?
Svengoolie.
Svengoolie Nana.
Sven Gucci
Mhm.
All right.
So that's what I got to share with you. I hope
that.
you guys
I liked
enjoyed
it a lot.
that. For the
I did. That
viewers
was-
and
did.
especially for the listeners, I hope you enjoyed that.
Exactly. I'll show toys later. I have toys as well.
I can't
Yeah.
wait till they bring hockey back now.
They're in a
They
bubble.
will.
Unlike
You know what
baseball.
I heard? Like they tested baseball players, and they had 72 guys who were positive for COVID.
Yeah,
And they
baseball's
tested-
hurting.
They tested hockey, and they had 0 guys who were positive.
Well, because basketball and base and hockey are doing it smart. They're doing it in one city, and baseball's like, yeah, we're gonna just travel around the country.
Yeah,
It's like that's not a good idea.
Airports and airplanes.
Yeah, man.
I think are they going on airplanes or are they traveling on buses?
Well, I'm sure they're on private charter planes, but still, they're going in airports and stuff.
And they
Yeah.
had, I think, some guys. They announced today. I was watching a game, and they said a few guys on the Marlins and a few guys on the Yankees got sick, and their games are postponed. Both teams are postponed till Sunday. So they're
Oh, I
not
heard
playing
the
this week.
Yankees- Yeah, the Yankees postponed because they were supposed to use the same dugout that the Marlins were supposed to use, and they didn't want, they didn't want to.
Matt
This is
Hawkins from
crazy.
Top Cow enjoying the broadcast. How are you, man?
Oh
Good to
yeah,
see you, man.
oh yeah, Matt Hawkins.
Good to see you, dude. Well, I'm going to see him at Terrific
Sweet
or
for
not
Hawkins.
Terrific on Mainframe Comic Con next month. He's going to be there.
Is that
One
an
of the guests.
online Comic Con or are you
Yeah.
going somewhere?
No, we're not going anywhere. Unlike baseball, we're smart. We're staying put.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere.
Speaking of
home.
cons, John Con was a big head.
Oh, was it? How'd it go?
Let me tell you, I was very. Everyone was very kind and showed up, and yeah,
Was that your
John
4
Con.
hour? That was your 4 hour stream, right?
it was my extravaganza.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody was there. Well, almost everybody.
How many people did you have? How many guests?
Judd Winnick. Who else, man?
The Bensons.
Was
Yeah,
there
the
like
Benson
40
sisters.
people on there?
Here, I'll get the list.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was amazing. Nicola Scott, our dear friend Nicola.
I'm pretty sure I heard rave reviews about the Franco guy that you had on there.
Yeah,
Was he
Franco
on there
was there.
too?
Yep, Franco
I
showed
know
up.
that guy.
Yep, he was good.
I remember how he looked.
He was good.
Hmm.
I'm looking up the
Last
list.
time I saw you guys physically was February.
Man.
True. At
It's a long time, right?
At Situito.
No,
Si
for
dos.
me it was last October in New York.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Can you not see me physically now?
No, you're
Why?
digital. I see you digitally.
Ah.
It's like
All right, here's the list.
printed
Terrific
comic versus digital. That's what it
Or
is.
John
right now.
Con. Jerry Ordway, Robert Vendetti, Phil Jimenez, Amy Chu, Vita Ayala, Liam Sharp, Sal Benanti, Benjamin Percy, Dan Slott, Mike Oming, Taki Soma, Chris Cantwell, Shelley Bond and Philip Bond, Francis, Jason Inman and Ashley Robinson, and Judd Winnick.
Wow, that's 18 people.
It's a lot of people.
That's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was like hanging out at the Hyatt after the
Yeah.
show. It's kind of
Oh
fun.
yeah. Did you guys how many at one time on your stream?
10
Was there
or
10?
9.
Oh,
9
that's
or
cool.
10. Yeah, for real.
So you had at least two shows with 10 new people at a time.
and we actually got to ghost stories.
Oh,
I know.
I missed it.
Man,
Yeah, it was after Franco left. It was everyone was telling about
try to get-
movies.
We'll try to
Movies
get
that-
some this time.
Yeah, it was funny, and the best story was Cecil Castellucci. I like telling it as if Harry Carey was announcing her to come up to bat. Now, branding Cecil Castellucci. She used to be friends when they were kids with Chaz Bono, and they went. They
the
went
ghost,
to,
the ghost of Chaz Bono.
yeah, and they were at Chaz's house, and Cher was obviously the mom, and she's like, "Hey, let's watch Nightmare on Elm Street," and Cecil's like, "I don't think I want to watch it," and she's like, "Oh no, we're watching it, man," because it's Cher, and
That's how she
Cher,
talks.
Cher gets her, "Hey man," exactly. She's like, "Do you
Hey,
believe
man.
in love?" After all,
In all seriousness, do people like that hang out together? Like Cher and Cecil, and do they have to have names like that? Cecil Castellucci, Cher, Chaz.
I love that name. Seriously, that is probably my
That's a
favorite
great
comic book
name. That's why I'm asking. Do great people like that have is that a requirement that they have to hang out together like that?
I don't know. That's a great spectrum from one
gonna say
named
yeah.
celebrity to monosyllabic or not polysyllabic name like Cecil Castellucci.
Polysyllabic is a good name too. First name Polly. Last name
That was
Syllabic.
I thought that was Underdog's girlfriend, Sweet Polly Syllabic.
Polysaliva.
She's the Eastern European version of Underdog.
sounds
Please,
like he'd be a
Underdog,
good NBA player, good at 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm. She's all
Oh,
smooth down there.
polysyllabic, absolutely.
She's
Now at the foul line, shooting for two, polysyllabic.
She's going all Brazilian down there. Is that what she did?
Wow,
Is that it? Poly purebred?
nice.
That's why she. No, I couldn't.
My goodness.
I went there, and I don't want to go any
Yeah,
further.
man. Now you can't come back. Exactly.
No.
You're not too far, sir.
I'm on this side.
Did she have a glandular problem?
Look,
that she
3
was
people just
growing?
dropped off. I'm
Gland.
kidding. I've never. How dare you besmirch the name of Sweet Polly Purebred?
I would have been a villain with the word orange or purple in his name, so Underdog would have a hard time rhyming your name. Because he spoke in rhymes.
That's true.
I'll get you,
Flea,
Mr.
nor bird,
Orange.
nor even frog.
So you would have been
Wally
orange heart?
Cax. Wally
Orange
Cax
Heart?
was
Orange.
underdog.
I'm curious. What would you have been? Would you have been Orange Heart? What would you have been?
Just Mr. Orange.
I think Orange
probably.
Heart is good.
Orange Heart.
Ooh, wahoo, wahoo.
Artsy Orange.
Remember October? Crafazzi sang
Yeah.
the underdog
We did a
song.
little play one time.
That's right. Yeah, we did the underdog versus riffraff episode.
I forget. What were we singing, right? We were singing.
Yep.
We're going, ooh, wow. Probably a pretty good name. That's what he said.
Exactly.
It's true.
Rocky 2.
Hmm. For shame. I know.
Besmirching.
I
Marty?
enjoyed when Cecil told that story. She lowered her voice to do Cher. I appreciated that.
That was me. That was me recreating Cher. I embellished the story. Hey man, we're gonna watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
How's
Hey,
everybody
man.
doing? Oh.
Did she belt out a ho? Did she do one of those?
And then it was time to go, and she's like, "But I want to stay." Cecil said that, and she went, "If I could turn back time."
Scary Terry.
That was the shower song. Every morning I used to hear the lady upstairs from me showering to that.
If I could turn back time.
No, the other one.
Do you
I
believe in
can't
love?
do that. I can't hold back. Whatever that is.
Oh, I remember that.
Every single time I try.
Oh,
Like it's all electronic. But
I
the
love-
lady would sing it in the shower with the music real loud, and that's how
Wow.
I'd wake up. Yeah. Maybe it was Cher who lived upstairs from me.
was she a good singer or no?
Nah, no.
That's a good way
She
to
sang
start your
louder
day.
than she sang, but that's where she sang in the shower. So I remember that song whenever I hear that.
That's one of my favorite episodes of Buffy when she goes to college. She's got the roommate from hell who constantly plays "Do you believe in love?" after whatever the.
Yeah, that's the song. Hmm.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar rolls her eyes every time the song starts. I'm just like, ah.
Yeah, I can't take it. I used to call the cops. I
Art,
think someone's killing her again.
Sir,
do you
we can't do
sing?
anything about Cher, sir. We can't do anything about that.
Oh, I like Cher. The neighbor, though. Call the
Gypsies,
neighbor.
tramps, and thieves.
Yeah, half breed and stuff.
Half breed. I don't know. Then I don't know if you can sing that song anymore, even though it's about her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, incorrect, politically correct, interracial relationship, offspring. That's what
all
the
I
name
ever
would be called.
heard.
If she's singing it, she would be allowed to sing it, wouldn't she?
I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's kind of like reclaiming. I don't know.
Is
What
she
do I
the
know? I'm a
result of an
middle-aged white guy.
interracial relationship? I don't know.
I think so.
My favorite song by her and Sonny is remember A Cowboy's Work Is Never Done?
I know all of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to hear that all the time in the early 70s.
yeah. Original art and my mom would play those records. Him and Al would come over with his green and red tights, and then they would play those songs and dance.
Mm.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
with his mustache.
Rockman and Bernard.
Yeah, Puerto Rican Robin.
I remember
Come over and start dancing.
Al.
Al, that was his name, Al, and his wife Barbara. Barbara. They were nice people, though.
I believe it. I remember when Jim Croce, before he passed away,
It's
was on
pronounced
Sonny
Oh.
and Cher.
Is he dead?
Yeah, since 19, going on 50 years come 2023.
Really,
right?
Jim Croce?
Oh yeah.
My dad was trying to convince me that Shelley Long died 10 years ago, and I
She's
kept
still
saying, "No, she's not dead. I just saw her in something. I
Popeye.
saw her on something." And he was saying, "No,
Well,
she
Shelley-
died.
She just
Cue
recently
ball.
had a birthday. She turned like 103. or
Yeah,
something
she's 70, I think now.
Mhm.
But I just saw her
She could be
recently.
70. From Chicago, Shelley Long.
And she used
Remember, she used to do those homemakers
Homemakers,
furniture
yeah.
commercials
She used to
before
sell
she was on
beds.
Cheers.
couches
Yeah.
and stuff.
She hated the Kubrick and the Jack.
No, that's
She
Shelley
hate-
Duvall.
Yeah, that's
She
what I
hated
said.
Kubrick.
No, we're talking
Yeah,
about
she was
Shelley
in
Long.
Popeye.
Oh,
Yeah, we're talking
Is
about
Shelley
Shelley
Duvall
Long.
dead?
Shelley Duvall died.
Is
Did
that
she?
the one who died?
No, she's the one who recently had a birthday.
Olive oil.
Hmm.
Shelley
Or Shelley
Long
Winters.
should have been olive oil. That would have been good
No,
too.
Shelley Winters died in the Poseidon Adventure.
I remember that. Jack
But she-
Albertson was her husband on
She-
Chico and the Man.
She died in the summer too. Shelley Winter.
Yeah, it was an air bubble. They were
She
all
melted.
trapped. But then,
Shelley
melted.
Winters, the godmother of Dean Haspiel.
Really?
Is she
For real.
really?
That's absolutely real.
Oh,
And
I
Robert-
heard something about that.
Robert De Niro used to babysit for her to watch Dean, and great Alfred Hitchcock actor Farley Granger was her upstairs neighbor.
You know
And
that
he's,
guy.
you know.
That's annoying because that guy. He's got a cool name, right?
Dean
Just to
Haspiel.
start- yeah, just to start with, and then his nickname is Dino, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And then Robert De Niro used to babysit for this guy, so it just gets exponentially better as the story goes on. Screw that guy. No, I reject the whole premise. Thank you.
Who's got your nose? Who's got your nose? I got your nose. I got your whole nose.
You better
Well,
eat
your
that.
nose back? Are you talking to me?
I
You
bet he
think-
said, "Okay, time for bed. Go." That's how he went to bed. Right, go to bed.
Post time. Let's go.
Better
time.
eat those Cheerios. You better eat them.
Don't spill the milk.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
We're gonna watch Paw Patrol. You better sit there and watch it.
You do say no to me. No one else around here
Exactly.
must
That'd
be
be
saying
amazing.
no to me.
He could.
I wonder if he still does it.
Yeah, does he
He'll
still
babysit.
babysit for Dean?
I think Dean's all right now. He's okay on his own.
He's old like us, right? Or
Yeah.
is he younger?
No, he's like your guys' age. He's
Yeah,
he's a couple years younger than me, but not too many.
I watched your interview with him there, and
Him and Whitney Matheson.
yeah.
Whitney's great, too.
interesting.
She's awesome. Yeah, they put together an anthology
Oh yeah, I was watching that.
of comics people. Yeah, for to proceeds for Hero Initiative, but it's all about the pandemic. It's very funny.
He does like stuff like that for
Charity.
selfless reasons. Yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
ridiculous.
he's a good man. He's a great man.
No. See, I'm just starting to like him less and less the more we talk about him now. That's ridiculous.
Dude,
I like,
gooder.
it's weird because I like him more.
Well, that's what I mean, but it's annoying.
He's one of the first guys I met when I was starting out, and he was kind of starting out too. But I knew he was ahead of me because he had Johnny Dogma, wasn't maybe his name?
Billy Dogma.
Billy Dogma, yeah.
Yeah.
I had some of those books. We traded, or I got them from him, or something. I thought that was cool.
I've
So I
never
knew
met
it
the
was
man.
possible.
I
Yeah,
think I met him once briefly in passing, but I've never talked to him. Sat and talked to him.
I've been bugging him to do a graphic novel about Shelley, literally for a couple of years now, and it came up again when we were talking to Whitney.
Shelley Long,
Shelley Winters. No, his godmother.
Shelley Duvall.
Duvall.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall. Her
We should
giant
invite him
eyes.
on this show and talk about it.
We should get Shelley
Shelley or
Winters.
Dean will come on. Dean would absolutely come on. Oh yeah.
Mm.
No,
Oh,
it'd
yeah.
be fun.
Oh yeah, man.
Shelley's got crazy eyes.
Look at her. She was hanging around with Jack.
Jack.
Look at her.
Mm-hmm. She got crazy eyes.
She's large and she's mine.
She's mine. He needs me. He needs me. He needs me.
She
He needs me.
played Large Marge, right, in the Pee Wee.
Tell him Large Marge. Was that her? Tell him Large Marge sent you.
Classic.
That's the best.
Co-written by Phil Hartman. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Pee Wee? I thought you were going to say Dean Haskell.
Yeah, because he used
That
to,
would've made
he
him
used to
cool.
write
was his
some of
main,
the.
he was
I know,
his main
right?
collaborator.
That would have been annoying. Again, that would have been another thing that made him annoying.
See, Dean Haspel's the kind of guy who would run across a rope bridge and it would break, but he would grab the rope and swing to the other side. And when he would land on both feet, whip his head back and fix his curl. That's how he would do it. But his chest showing all the hairy chest. That'd be him. We'll edit that out. That didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Nobody cares.
It's
No
totally
one's even
coming out.
listening.
It's staying in.
What the hell are you
No one's-
talking about?
No one's even listening.
It's staying in.
Did you watch any Comic-Con panels?
No.
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 Nobody?
I
No.
wanted to watch the Bill and Ted. I heard there was a Bill and Ted one, but I was afraid that it would spoil something for me, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Isn't it
Man.
weird? You see the trailer. Keanu Reeves doesn't
Whoa.
look like he can move his face. I don't know if that's regular, if that's him for real, or if he had something surgery or Botox or something. But he doesn't have expression. He almost looks like Bert from the Sesame Street.
I think you should stop intimating that he's besmirched himself because
Smirched?
He's a god. He is a god.
Oh, he's cool. I like him. but something's going on with him, like his face.
Yeah, something cool.
He made a really funny movie on Netflix, and it was like a romantic comedy. And I want to say it was the guy from, it had Asian leads, and I want to say it's the guy from Fresh Off the Boat, and Allie, I forget her name, a stand-up, really funny stand-up, and they were like high school like friends who almost got together, and other adults, and the guy wants to be with the girl, but she's dating Keanu Reeves, and he plays himself, and he's very funny in the movie. Very,
cool.
very.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard it was
It's
really good.
honestly really, really funny. It's a cute romantic comedy.
I'm gonna watch the hell out of that.
Now I got to
That's
see
the
it.
same one where he mailed a letter to Susan Bullock all the time.
That's the
Susan Bullock.
And then it was in the future or something.
That's Sandra's sister.
I remember seeing some movie on an airplane with her, and
That's
I
the
didn't
Lake
want
House.
I didn't want the headphones because I wanted to draw. Or no, though I did want the headphones. Here's what happened. They were $2. I remember you got to pay $2
because you're extra large.
I guess my ears
Go
were
on.
larger. So I ordered the headphones, and I handed the waitress the $20, and I told her, "Do you have change for $20?" And then she said, "Sure." So she took my money and passed me up. Didn't give me headphones. I'm like, all right. So then she went around and passed me up, and I called her back. I said, "Can I have the headphones?" Or she came back and gave me. She told me she didn't have change, or something happened. But the movie is halfway through, and I said, "Well, I wanted the headphones so I could watch this movie." Hope Floats. That's what it was. Because I didn't know. I thought it was about ice cream, but it wasn't. But
Can you put nuts on my Hope Floats, please?
yeah, Hope Floats, some root beer Hope Floats.
Can you just hold my nuts?
So
Exactly.
she ended up giving me my money back, and then just gave me the headphones. So I watched the second half of the movie, and she's kissing
Harry Connick Jr.
Harry
Right?
Connick. I was gonna call him Keanu Connick, but she's singing to this guy,
Keanu
or
Connick.
kissing, and touching each other inappropriately, and all that stuff. And then, so we got delayed, or something happened, and then but on this whole trip, I ended up seeing that movie 4 times. So, I don't know. We went a connecting flight. Guess what we're playing? Hope Floats. Oh, so I listened to it the second half, but I saw the whole thing 4 times, and I never want to see that movie again. I don't even know what it was about. They fell in love, but I just wanted to draw the whole time. But I was worried about my $20, but we
I
could
want to
edit
know
that
what
out
other
too.
movies Keanu Connick is in now.
Well, Keanu
Please.
Connick is in this Always Be My Maybe is this Netflix movie I'm talking about.
Always
and
Be
it's
My Maybe.
Randall Park and Ali Wong are the leads, but it's very funny.
Those sound like all those names are wrong,
Yeah.
But no, they're not.
made up.
Wayne saw the Star Trek panel, Family Guy, New Mutants, Scott Shaw, Hellstrom, or Strom.
These
Rick and
were all
Morty, Robot
panels.
Chicken,
Were
and a
they
few
like Zoom panels?
Yeah.
Where you call in?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
what's
you
happening?
can't call in. No, they were pre-recorded. They were pre-recorded.
You go
When
on
is
their
this
site
happening?
and stuff.
You can go on YouTube or you go on the Comic-Con website.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Sounds
I had a page up there. I was part of P3 in IO 1900 was present.
Nice.
Yeah, so you could see some of our books. But then I got a few orders. I got a whole bunch of orders on the first day, and then nothing else. Well, a whole bunch. I mean, like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Their
was
National
cool.
Geographic for Disney Plus is making a Right Stuff TV show, and it looks
The
great.
astronauts?
Yeah, and it looks great. Looks excellent.
Mm.
I watched that panel. I watched the Star Trek panel. Disappointing. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to watch the Denny O'Neil panel. That a lot of the old creators were on talking about Denny.
They should make the right.
Easy. Go ahead. I'm challenging him.
They should make the right stuff, but for big guys, and call it the wide stuff.
Can't get out of the Mercury capsule.
It'd be $2 extra to rent that.
$2 extra.
Exactly.
3XL version. It's like
Houston,
that
we're
one
going
guy
to need a little
went-
more butter to get Mr. Grissom out of the capsule over there. He's kind of stuck.
And you need a widescreen TV just for requirement. You need a letterbox
the
version.
lead actor would win an Oscar because Keanu Connick would have had to gain
Mhm.
weight for the role.
Yeah.
Right now, Gordo Cooper is in his 22nd orbit. Oh,
It all happens in. That's bad. I won't say these jokes. They're all inappropriate now, and I'm not sure what I can say.
See, exactly. Now you're fat shaming.
Now
I'm
they
really. I don't like. It's really, really
Make
weird.
me cancel you.
Everyone's out to get you. Like, I didn't like that joke. He talked about my shoes.
Exactly.
Like, all right.
Talked about my shoes.
So I know why Skoke's laughing. Because when we stayed with you in New York, remember Art was like, you can't tell these certain jokes anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, don't say them.
You can't say stuff. Like, you're
Easy.
shaming me.
Yeah.
I got a short pinky, so you're shaming me because of my pinky. That could be anything. I wore a blue tie.
You can't tease people no more.
No, can't see it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit here, talk about people named Shelly.
Oh, I didn't know that. The Adult Swim panels were on Twitch as well as YouTube.
I watched Keanu Connick just last night, in The Devil's Advocate.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I've never
Thank
seen it.
God is an absent landlord.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a real movie.
Kevin.
Devil's Advocate.
There was
Yeah.
about
Why would
like
you
3 or
name
4
your-
movies where
why
Al
would
Pacino's co-star's name was Kevin. So it's just Kevin. Come on,
Kevin the Devil.
Yeah.
Why would you
Devil's
use the word
Advocate at City
advocate in
Hall.
your movie title?
Because he was a lawyer.
Advocate.
Yeah,
Is that what it means?
yeah,
Advocate,
Keanu-
the lawyer.
Yes.
Why don't you say the devil's attorney lawyer? Lawyer goes to hell. That would have been better.
Yeah,
Well,
that would have.
The Keanu Reeves version was the
Advocate.
Devil's Advocate, but the Keanu Connick version was the Devil's Lawyer.
The advocate sounds like a small mammal like ocelot. Or like a ferret or something.
The
Marsupial.
advocate in its natural habitat likes to eat moss.
The devil's marsupial. See, that would have been better. Just have it burning.
Charlize Theron in The Devil's Marsupial.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Lawyer Goes to Hell. I like that one.
The lawyer goes to hell.
Lawyer goes to hell.
Flaming hot burning lawyer
Whoa.
judge. Yeah. But you can't say that. The buzzwords. No.
My favorite scene in Devil's Advocate is when Don King is shaking hands with the devil and stuff like
Don
that.
King in there?
Oh, good to see you. How are you?
He called him by his name too. He's like, "How you doing, Mr. Milton?" He really got into it.
Yeah, his
Is
name
he
was
in
John
there?
Milton.
Don King's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So is
it's-
Milton's name the
I mean,
devil?
it's kind of a suspense horror movie, but it's got a lot of funny stuff in it too.
That's where Al Pacino's the devil? And he has a redhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. The redhead's dancing for Keanu.
Right.
And he's
At
like,
one
"Whoa."
point-
He's on a
at one
5-minute
point,
delay.
Yeah,
Get
at one
off.
point, Al
See, I
Pacino
confused-
says, "Hoo-ha!" He says that at one point, I believe.
Because they made that around the same time as Dracula.
And then at another point,
Dracula.
Keanu said, "Whoa."
Oh, he
No, he
says
was
all the
later
movies.
than Dracula, Artie.
But those
Dracula.
things happen.
I like Dracula. That was good.
With
Dracula.
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Dracula.
That's earlier.
movies.
That's
Dracula.
earlier. I think it
Was
was
it
like 5
earlier?
years. I think it was like 5 years
Devil's
earlier.
Advocate is earlier.
Keanu Reeves is in that, and he says, "Whoa!" in that one too.
He was in that. You're right. He's also in
Yeah, I liked him
Dracula.
in there because he had some swooping gray.
You know who
locks.
else was in that? Winona.
Winona.
That's true.
Yeah, she was loose and floppy, running around in
And
the rain.
and what's his face? Commissioner Gordon, Gary
She was.
Oldman.
Because I watched that when I. Oh, no. I
Can't
was,
say that.
You know who did the storyboards for that movie?
I could say that.
You know,
Gabriel Hardman.
no, did Mike Mignola do the storyboards for that movie?
I don't know the Creona brothers. What are those guys who made the
No,
Matrix?
Mike Mignola. Mignola did them.
The guys who made the Matrix did that movie. They made the.
Which one?
No, Francis Ford Coppola made the Dracula.
Yeah,
movie.
Francis Ford Coppola made the Dracula movie.
Well, how come everybody knows the Matrix guys then?
The Creona brothers.
Because they made the Matrix.
They made the Matrix
What are their
movies.
names again?
They made
Well, when they made the
Chelsea.
Matrix, it was Andy and something else with
Larry,
Larry.
Andy and Larry, and now
Larry.
they're
But what is the?
because they both
Wachowski.
transitioned. I don't-
Wachowski. Are they both girls now?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Tanya and I
don't
can't remember.
Something's happening.
I can't remember Larry's or and I actually
Wachowskis. They made Cloud Atlas too,
yeah,
right?
Lana. Yeah,
We were
I like
watching
Cloud
a little
Atlas.
bit of that today.
I like
That
Cloud
was-
Atlas.
That was on today. Yeah, I started getting into it, but then I had to work or there's always teenage
That was
girls
a
in my
very
house.
ambitious
Gotta
movie.
drive them home.
And the third director of that movie was the Run Lola Run guy.
Run, Lola, run!
See, that's not a real movie either. You guys are making up stuff. making up titles, advocate, run.
See, what has to happen at some point is you need to like scroll through Netflix or get out of your house every once in a while.
He doesn't leave his basement.
See, look, Jeff backs me up. Mignola did the storyboards on.
Did he?
Dracula. Yes, that's what I told you.
Dracula. Well, the only guy I know who does them is Gabriel Hardman draws monkeys, and Jeff Darrow did The Matrix. That's what it was.
Yep.
I was confused.
And Steve Scroach also did
Steve Scroach.
And also
he did the cover. He did the third cover to my Flesh and Blood book. Steve
Scroach and Alex Savick, a big storyboard artist these days.
I know that guy.
Former DC Marvel artist extraordinaire.
He's a good man. I like talking to him.
One of my favorite people. Every now and then he goes, "Hi, Jim." He calls me Jim, accidentally.
I remember I went to a comic show. One of my friends, a local pal, my friend Austin, Migo guy, and I was real excited and looking forward to going to this show because I was gonna go to it and walk around and buy things, look at stuff, and I was real happy that I didn't have to sit behind a table and draw and all the stuff because I wanted to just go to the show and walk around. So me and Austin walking around, I'm buying toys, looking at things, and we see Alex Savick. So he was real happy to see us because the moment he saw he needed a break, he goes, "Art, can you just sit by my table for a little bit while I take a break?" I'm like, I don't want to, but yeah, sure. He took like an hour break, and they end up drawing for people when they came to the table. Like, man, I didn't want to do this. I know. Nobody cares.
Did anybody...
Johnny's sleeping.
Did anybody ask on my phone, but thanks for playing.
Wow.
What'd you say, Skoke?
Did you get any requests for a Keanu comic?
I did. See, that sounds like something you would take to take away a headache. Keanu Con. I got a bad case of Advocate.
Well, you wouldn't take it. You would take it a special way.
Like this. It goes in there.
No,
it goes right in there.
Put it in the back end. If it's a comic.
That's what I mean. It goes right in. Because there's another story. When I was a kid, it didn't happen to me, but I was there. So we're at the doctor. My brother was real sick, and it was kind of like we were too young to stay home by myself, so we went with Mom. And then they had to give him a suppository. I don't know. I didn't even look.
What did you do? I remember being there. What did you do?
Nothing. Huh. So they went into the room, and I'm waiting, and they came back out. And my brother's laughing. And I was like, because, he's the kind of guy, like, when we ate at Grandma's house and we would get our food, he would say, look at the plate and says, "I have everything on my mashed potatoes." He's that kind. Or he would struggle to go to the bathroom and it comes out on the floor and he would say, "That's a big piece." So when we came out of the doctor, because I knew what was happening, I was listening, "We got to do this. It goes in there." And then he says,
it goes in there.
It goes stick it in. And I said, "What happened?" He goes, "It was real easy." He said, "All they do is they take it and that's why he said that they did this with his hands. They spread your butt cheeks and they push it and go just like that." And I said, "That's it." He went, "Yeah, it was real easy." And he said, "Just like that." So this is on Facebook Live, everybody. My mom's probably watching. He did say that. Yeah. He had been about 6 or 7 years old, maybe younger. 5. I don't know.
He was laughing about this.
We were laughing. We were both laughing. Yeah.
Sorry, I screwed up. I was supposed to talk to Steve Orlando. And,
bring him on.
I'll get him next Tuesday. It's cool. He's a good dude.
Oh man.
I know. I felt bad. That's why I was texting.
Don't feel
That's why
bad,
I looked
Johnny.
like I was calling.
Well, yeah, bring him on here. I'm sorry. Tell him I'm
sorry.
That's
cool. No. He's got some cool books coming up.
Yeah, I like that guy. Yeah, he came.
Got some cool book, Mr. Freeze books.
He came to the New York store a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Tell him I apologize.
He's telling me that Skype doesn't normally work for him. I told him we do StreamYard. I was watching very interesting, not only the Comic-Con show and John Con, of course, but like there was a Justice Con that people were doing to support the Justice League movie, and it was a charity thing for suicide prevention because of Zack Snyder's daughter. but he showed like a trailer of like 20 seconds more of the Snyder cut, and it was the scene where Alfred sees Superman in the black suit.
Yeah.
So that convention was going on,
When his
and then
drink
also
was shaking.
there was a Daredevil convention going on.
Wait, there was a Daredevil convention?
Yep, Save Daredevil.
Really?
I had Chip
Oh,
Zdarsky.
the show? Save the show?
I'm not sure. I was very confused because Chip Zdarsky was on there, and he was interviewing Ann Nocenti, who you might remember was the Marvel writer that replaced Frank Miller.
Mutants?
Yeah. She was on.
Yeah,
she was on
absolutely.
Daredevil for a while.
And she created Typhoid Mary and everything.
Mhm.
But
great.
and then also there was a Star Trek one going on, and I was watching that this afternoon, and he's a good man. Steve's a good dude. And it's funny because everyone's using StreamYard, and it was like watching one.
We're using it now. Yeah.
So,
well, why is there a
But
duck
which
on
part of
there? There's a duck.
That's their logo.
Because he's in.
That's StreamYard's logo. Yeah,
I got you.
I got here. I could show the duck in a second.
I like the duck. It's like duck.
Why?
Show the duck.
Because it's in a stream. It's swimming in a stream.
Oh,
or it's right here.
Because it seems like it should be called. He's got dollar signs for eyes.
Put all that signage right there.
It seems like it'd be a Keanu comic movie.
He'd be a gander. Isn't that what you call a duck with an orange head like that?
I don't know. I was teasing Bendis because he changed in Drake's Robin persona, and now he's Drake.
Yeah, now he's Mean Bird.
I'm like, that's a duck, dude. He goes, yeah, but it's an aggressive duck.
He's menacing.
Oh wait, is he a chocolate duck?
I don't know.
Because
chocolate
they
cake,
got those Drake cakes.
You should have named him Ostrich because that's the biggest bird.
They run real fast.
It's the ostrich signal.
Drake.
There was a game called Joust in the 80s where you would ride an ostrich.
You young whippersnapper, don't tell me about this.
I remember that.
It began as an arcade game, and then it was transferred to the home consoles, such as the Atari 2600. That's where I became familiar with it.
Yeah,
wow. Sure.
I played Joust in the when with quarters.
Yep,
played it in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite quarters arcade game?
I love Time Pilot. I used to play Time Pilot.
Time Pilot was good. I enjoyed
Teenage
that.
Mutant Ninja Turtles was good.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I liked
Paperboy.
Yeah.
and I liked the one where you climbed up the building and they throw the flower pots at you.
Rampage.
Rampage I liked, yeah.
No, was that year? Johnny's thinking of something else. You weren't a monkey in that
Skyscraper
one, right?
or something.
Yeah.
No, the monsters would go up the building?
No, it was you. You were trying to climb up.
Yeah,
the
you
building.
were a guy. There was a guy.
Rampage is where you're the monster.
Okay, yeah, and it was
Rampage is when the Rock is trying to kill you.
I think it's got exactly, and you're the giant gorilla.
That movie you could watch with a hammer. It doesn't look hammer worthy, but if you're trying to watch it with video game nostalgia, you might as well just smash your toe and then press play. Just
How
get it over with.
about Berserker?
Berserker was cool too. Yeah, that was cool. I used to watch or play Tron. I used to like Tron video game.
Tron, yeah.
That was a hard one. I played that.
Bike would always kill me.
The light cycles.
Oh, I thought, that's right. I thought you were farting, but yeah,
it was.
What else was there?
Taco Tuesday, old still.
We had some. I had some carne asada.
Oh, maybe it was called Crazy
Climber.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Crazy Climber. Yeah, I remember because people would throw flower pots out the window, try to get you,
or they'd push you off the ledge.
How about Burger Time? Remember Burger Time?
Sure.
Dig Dug. That's the one I'm thinking about. I love Dig Dug. Was my favorite.
How about Tapper? Remember Tapper with the bartender throwing the beers down the bar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember the Burger Time when you were a little chef walking around, but your weapon was salt. And I always felt bad when you throw salt on a guy and they go, oh, they shrivel. It's like salt doesn't make you shrivel. It's kind of weird. You should have had a torch.
It depends on,
it's so weird.
Depends on where you put it.
The salt?
Fist is fist.
In areas? Salt the area.
Of course, Frogger.
If you put it on Peter, it gets real small.
Salt the fries, but not the area. Yeah. The region.
In Joust, they had a pterodactyl that would come by if you
That's right.
if you were going for too long and you weren't killing all the birds. It would come in and it would make a sound. It would go "Rear, rear," and it looked like a pair of scissors, you know?
And it would fly weird. It would.
Yeah, it would come after you, go "Rear," and then there was a hand that would come out of the water and it would try to grab you and pull you down and kill you.
Yep.
And I learned later that it was called a lava troll. I used to work with a guy who did some of the programming in that game, and I was asking him questions about him, like, "Oh yeah, remember that hand that would come out and grab you?" And he's like, "Oh, that's the lava troll." And I didn't know.
Remember the Don Bluth animation game? Wasn't that
Dragon's Lair and Space Ace?
That's exactly right. Yep, both of those. That's right.
I hated both of those because I couldn't get past the first board.
I'm the same way.
Either one of them.
I sucked at both of them.
Those
they
were
had
hard.
the most beautiful princesses in those games. You could play a game with no volume. That was the best part. Well, I used to watch people play it with headphones.
Didn't they make it? They made a cartoon series of Space Ace.
Yes.
Or Dragon's Lair, or both.
One of the two were both. I can't remember.
I think it was Space Ace. I
remember Space Ace.
Mm-hmm.
It was good stuff.
Those were the days.
Remember the video game? I forget which one it was, but when you meet the bad guy at the end, he goes, "I hunger." And he's gonna kill you right away.
That was Mortal Kombat.
Might have been Tempest.
How about the football game? Remember with the spinning ball?
Yeah.
And that's how you would do the quarterback and stuff. And it was all it looked like schematics. It looked like a game schematic. Everybody, all the players were zeros.
That. I remember the hockey game all the time.
The most famous spinning ball one was Golden Tee Golf, though. Remember that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that was another one with the spinning ball, yes.
That was in every bar in America.
That's right. Mike North had one in his house.
I had tacos and drinks with the guy who was the guy in the golf game. He was a friend. He's a friend of my cousin. He's the guy who they modeled to be the golfer. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Cool.
Yeah, he was in there. He looked just like him. He said,
"That sounds like something you'd make up." Because nobody can actually prove that, you know?
I could.
You'd try and pick up girls that way and say, "Hey, you know that game right over there?"
But I went to high school with the guys who did Mortal Kombat. I went to high school with some of the guys who were the actors in the game, the models for the karate guys. My friend, my friend did, he did the guy Baraka with the bleach. He was Baraka, and he was Kano. The guy with the cyborg metal face.
Yeah, he looked like Terminator.
Yeah, those were the same actor.
I think Chuck had Mortal Kombat and he had all the codes. He had all the codes for the really grisly ways they would die.
The finishers.
The finishers. They were all really really violent and stuff.
Those were cool.
That's hilarious. They cracked me up.
I played that.
Play a lot of those for free. All those games.
Yeah.
How come? How'd you do that?
Because we were at the restaurant and my dad made a deal with the guy that would bring him in. So he would take all the quarters and he would draw red X's on them with a magic marker. So when the guy pulled them out, he would pull all those out because they were free games and we would,
get back
use those quarters. We would get them back all the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Crazy.
Remember Killer Instinct, I think it was called? It was just like Mortal Kombat, but with monsters. With freeze monsters and
I was just happy when Capcom played against the Avengers.
Oh yeah, that was cool
really
too.
Cool. Yeah.
Remember Double Dragon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fine movie with Raul Julia.
No, that's Street Fighter.
No, that was.
That is Street Fighter. Shame on me.
And his name is pronounced Rule Julia.
I love Raul Julia.
I know there was one guy that you fight. Maybe it was Baraka, the green guy with the orange hair.
Obama?
And when it was him. He was Irish.
Or wait, was
Blanca.
it Blanca? Yeah.
Blanca Obama with the orange hair. And when you hit his hand, it would go. It would keep going. He would hover.
I don't
and
like what you're doing there with the quarter.
No, that was the Hindu guy where his hand would go like that.
Something like that.
Blanca would electrocute you.
No, the Hindu guy stretched. E Honda, the big fat guy, he did that.
Yeah. E
Honda.
He's like a car.
Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Glass Joe.
Yeah. Uppercut. Body blow.
Right
body
hook.
blow.
Right hook. Good stuff.
Scoot, you mentioned that Golden Tee place. I used to work. They used to be in Arlington Heights, a suburb of Chicago. I used to work for them. I would test their games. Yeah, they were making slot machines at the time.
Oh,
like Golden Tee
slot
machines.
Yeah, they were making.
Hey, don't kid yourself. All those vendors and stuff. Absolutely, man. That was all same company.
Yeah, they were just starting to get in on it at the time, and that's where I worked with the guy who did programming for Joust, and I was testing the slot machine games to make sure like they paid out the way they were supposed to and all that. That was like 10 years ago.
Mm.
What if Al Pacino did some of the voiceovers on these games? What would that be like?
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
I hug her. I don't know how you do it.
Finish him.
Finish him.
The regular
Get over here.
Get over here. Yeah. That's what I'm
Finish him, Kevin!
What would Jeff Goldblum sound like in those games? Like a scorpion. Get up. Get up.
Come here.
Okay, Cosby. What would he sound like?
Hello, friend. You gonna come over here closer to the cars? I want to play with you.
Choose me in the screen where they're telling you to pick them.
I'm going to finish you.
Here, before we start, drink this. Drink this.
That's his finisher.
Whoa.
Chris, you're correct. Shoeless Joe's did have golden tea. Absolutely, they were an advertiser on my sports station.
Finish it.
I like that. And Susan, what's her name? Susan Bullock. What was her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra.
Susan Bullock.
She'd be in there with Keanu.
Harvey
playing,
Bullock,
finish him.
of course.
Whoa.
She was in that movie with Keanu Connick. That
The Lake House.
They mail
Mildly
letters to
arcade.
each other.
mildly above
Hello
the speed
there.
limit.
I get confused.
They get mail at the same arcade.
It
Different
It was
times.
called Mail Floats, Hope Floats.
Whoa.
They're sending
Obi-Wan's
packages.
finisher would be he'd yell Anakin.
They were sending packages.
Weren't they the Lake House together as well?
Yeah, but what if
Hope
like
Floats was a different one.
like everything I send out lately has been delayed because of these trying times. Now, what if in those times he sends her a love letter, and she's like, "I didn't get one today," and he has to send her tracking. Here, check the tracking. You'll get it tomorrow. That's dumb. We'll erase that. Stupid jokes. Nobody cares.
What are you doing?
I feel like I'm at home with my family because they just let me talk. Nobody laughs at my jokes at the kitchen table. Is Dad still talking? Yeah, he's still talking. Okay, when he's done talking, then we'll change the subject.
Do you guys remember Spy Hunter? That was a good game.
Yeah.
I just mentioned that.
The truck would come and spill the oil all over the
Yes.
place, and then your car would just spin out of control.
That was cool.
That was a great game.
Or Pole Position.
Yeah, I
We
love
used
pole
to-
position. That was a great game too.
That's what I told
Pole
my brother.
Position.
That's how
The driver was Keanu.
because we had all these. We had all these Atari cartridges, because the kind you blow, you put it back in.
Yep.
But my uncle built this case for them, but he's a carpenter, so he built it out of wood. It was real heavy. Had hinges. You open it and put all these cartridges, but we had them all lined up, and you could read them all. And I remember telling my brother this one was in Spanish, and it was called Pole Position. That was about the time where he goes, "Yep, right in there."
Do you remember Mattel had Activision?
Activision, yeah.
And they had the Superman game, and it was all like barely 8-bit, and it was all
Yeah,
like
he was
block
weird
people.
looking.
Yeah, and he'd fly. Yeah,
What was the famous
It
game
was
for
capable.
Activision? What's Barnstormer, right?
Barnstorm.
Wasn't that their famous game? The one that first came out?
And Pitfall Harry.
yeah, sure.
And I remember Barnstorming because the airplane would go through the barns, and all of their games, you wouldn't die. It would just be a time limit most of the time, 20 minutes. They're like, I beat the game. It's over.
I liked Red Baron too, where that had the biplanes, and you were shooting like World War II dogfights and stuff.
I don't know that one. Yeah.
Oh, that was a really good one. I remember that.
It's about pizza.
Guys, I gotta go. I must depart.
Oh, another date?
What?
Well, let's get Wayne on to replace you.
Exactly.
Well, good
Come
luck.
on in, Wayne.
Tell her. I wish her luck with you today.
I'm going to a. Thank you.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Yes. I'm going to view an online play reading. That's what I'm going to.
Oh, that's cool.
Leaving to go do. So, enjoy the rest of the conversation,
nice.
Viewers, listeners. Farewell.
You're a good man, sir.
It's been a
Let us go.
good time.
Yeah,
Leaving
see ya.
Next time.
See you
All
later.
right.
Okay,
Hello there
bye-bye.
and goodbye there.
Okay,
I like
bye.
pink very much, Lois.
Oh, the pink
There
is
it is.
delicious. It's just like frosting. See, I'm gonna get canceled now. That Balthazar, you hear what he said? I'm going to tell his mother. My mom watches everything I do on this Facebook channel.
All of it?
Nobody cares. Yeah.
And what does she
watches
say?
your show?
She comments all the time. But sometimes she'll comment like at 1 a.m, so I don't know what's happening. Bing! I'll get a comment. She's just awake. It's Vampire.
I remember Adventure. Just another game.
Adventure, yeah, that was a good one. You were a little square. You had a square and an arrow.
Yellow block. Yes.
Yeah, you had an arrow.
Yep.
One of my favorite games to play was I want to say it was Gauntlet, but you get to pick one of 4 characters and you had to clear the dungeons. Was that Gauntlet?
I think so. That might have been Adventures.
I used to love that game. Because they had a version. They had one of those in the rec room at my college, and I would go there all the time because I had no friends. So I would go there all the time to play the game.
I'll be your friend. I'm your friend now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're my friend now after college. But actually, in college, I had friends. In high school, I had no friends. That was sad. But
that is sad.
Yeah, I'll be your friend now, though. We could pretend we're high school. We could go get hot dogs and grab a soda. Do kids still do that? They grab a soda, take their best girl out. Do they take their best girl
grab
out?
a Gatorade now.
Mm-hmm.
So all the kids talk in their own language.
They have vernacular.
They do have vernacular, and one of them that I've heard recently. Have you heard this one? Simp. Have you heard that one from your kids at all?
No, what does it mean? Simp.
So
simpleton.
Exactly. I didn't know that. I had to find that out. I did research and found out that simp was
like a stupid
derived from simpleton. Yeah,
means you're not very intelligent.
That's a joke from
Simpsons.
The Honeymooners. No, when they got the maid, and it's like he's yelling at the maid, and he goes, "I am your employee," and he goes, "You're yelling at my guest," and he goes, "Some guest and some employee, the simp and the blimp."
Oh,
my favorite one is hey, can you teach me the mambo?
That's a great one. Carlos Sanchez. Hello, while you're at work, I will be here with your wives all day, teaching them how to mambo.
Yes, he wore a cummerbund. That guy.
My favorite honeymoon.
Ricardo Montalban.
My favorite honeymoon episode was when he was going on the game show.
Oh yeah,
and they got the piano, and Norton would always play the beginning of that song.
Swanee River.
Yeah, Swanee River.
Would you come on?
And it's great. And then he's trying to figure out who, and he's like, "You've only got 5 seconds. Who wrote it?"
Ed Norton. Swanee River. Can I hear a few bars?
And the look on his face. Like she's scared as hell. It's all over, Mr. Crampton. It's all over. Written by Lorenzo Lamas. And
so you have to go. Yeah,
you have to go. That's my. That's
would they show that anymore? They don't have to show that anymore. He was always threatening to sock his wife.
Choking his wife. Yeah.
They show it on Decades.
Also abuse.
Like
I saw it recently.
Strangling Bart.
Yeah, they still show it. They haven't canceled Jackie Gleason yet.
Bluto's choking olive oil, upsetting my family.
Hey, what are you doing?
Give me cautious.
Those are the best ones, the black and white ones, and then you don't know what either Popeye or Bluto are saying. Hey, what are you
doing? My girl got mad at the trailer for Batman versus Superman because they were going to fight. Because do you bleed? And she goes, "Why is he saying that? There's a good guy." She got mad and walked out of the room.
Man,
I'm sorry.
No tolerance.
I probably said that before.
That's all right. I believe you. I believed you again. Oh, the Vector
Star Wars game. The one you would sit when you sit in a cockpit.
Yeah.
I like that one. Was cool.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.
I blocked out everybody.
We lost our two.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was awesome. Oh, it was fantastic.
You would shoot the things that were on towers. I remember that was the one thing.
It was it's the Death Star attack. Absolutely, it's fantastic.
We used to play. We used to play Sega. Well, I used to watch my roommate play Sega, and because we played 2-player game, but an hour would go by. Oh, it's your turn. I get killed 5 minutes. Okay, he played for the next hour. But when there was a Star Wars game with Dash Rendar, you were Dash Rendar, and you would
Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, was that it? Yeah, and you would go through Hoth and get in a snow speeder and fight Wampas. That was real cool.
Sure.
And
Wampus.
I used to just watch it just because it was filling the gaps for the movies. And there was another one called Nightmare Creatures, where you would fight vampires and werewolves.
Hold on.
That's it.
Stand by.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. It's
There
for
you go.
Nintendo 64, though.
Nice.
Is that the same game?
Yeah, it's the one with Dash Rendar. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And you just happen to know we were going to talk about that tonight?
Yeah, I got my Nintendo 64. I have it hooked up in my office.
Mm.
Some other games on there.
Galloping Ghost.
Yeah, where's that, Kevin? What suburb is Galloping Ghost in? I don't know that
Computer's
arcade.
turning off.
There's an
There
arcade
you go.
bar in the city that I go to. Right now, the name escapes me, but I'd have to ask.
Is that
Norton and
Logan
those guys.
Arcade over there?
Yeah, it is the one that's on Logan.
Over
yeah.
by there.
Yeah. I think it's called Logan Square Arcade. It's something
That's where
like that,
Shite,
right?
you can find Shite there. on
Yeah,
any given
Shite's
night.
there probably right now, combing his
All
hair.
right, there you go. Riverside is where Galloping Ghost is. In
Mm.
Brookfield.
It's too far for me to go.
Nice.
I'll meet you guys there another time.
Mhm.
Go there after the zoo, Rock. Take it to the zoo, Rock.
Mhm.
Keanu Conic is a pretty good name.
I like
That's
when he
pretty
sings.
good. We should make Keanu Conic comics. You know?
No, it sounds like a drink. I'd like to order a Keanu Conic.
Yeah, it does.
Does it have
Wouldn't that
cognac
be
in it?
lovely? It's only Thursday, you know? That'd be good.
I thought it was
Wow.
Tuesday.
Chris Conley says it's got almost 1,000 games at Galloping Ghost. That's amazing.
Chris
There's one
Conley. Is that our
There's
guy
one
from DC?
in Northbrook called Nickel City, and that has a ton of games. It's a giant place.
Oh,
And,
How much is it to play?
and you play, and you buy like $2 worth of nickels, and you go around and play.
Oh, wow. They
Nichols.
got it adjusted so you could play nickels instead of quarters?
Yeah.
Wow. See, that's a
It's
dream
fun.
come true.
How
telling
do they make money then?
I don't. Well, you buy. I think I think there's
buy
like
the
a
tokens?
charge at the door. Yeah, there's a charge, like a door
Yeah.
charge.
We used to go to that Ben and Buster's.
Dave
We
and
used
Buster's.
to go there. Dave and Buster's. We used to
Ben and
go there.
Buster's. Once again, that's where Keanu Conic sings songs nightly at Ben
Ben
and
and
Buster's.
Buster's with the Sergio Showbiz guys. Well, I used to go there with my buddies when we were much younger.
You
was
know, I
about
didn't like
20,
that place
20.
because they had all the rules on the wall, and it's like, all right, like
I don't
Oh,
remember
like
that.
no spitting, no hitting. What
Yeah,
kind
it was.
of rules?
Like, I mean, I understood, but it was like,
Don't
really,
touch
you got
butts.
to put. I guess you do have to put them on the wall, maybe because there's alcohol being served and people might get rowdy. But it's like
It would get
oh,
get expensive too.
Is that the place where you go and you put on the big hat and they insult you and stuff?
No,
Oh,
Galloping Ghost, you pay $20 and all the games are free.
ooh!
That's cool.
I'm gonna go. They have chicken
That's
wings
worth
there.
it.
They
Yeah,
have
which
beer
one?
and wings. If they have beer
don't
and
know.
wings, I'm there.
Boys, did they serve food over at Galloping Ghost?
Me and
That's not dinner.
me and Bixby went on Harold's Chicken Run on Saturday.
Did you?
I painted
Oh, I saw
live,
that
and
picture. Yeah.
I told him on the show, all right, Kevin, I'm gonna call you. We'll get wings, and we went. We waited only an hour and a half to get our chicken. That was great.
Oh wow.
Why did it
Yeah.
take that long?
I
It's
have no idea.
Harold's. That's Harold's.
This is Harold.
Real
And
busy.
Kevin got his stuff first because he tipped.
Smart.
He waited about 20 minutes, half an hour, and I waited.
Oh, he
about
says you can bring
45
Harold's to
minutes. Oh, you
Galloping
could.
Ghost.
So we have to plan. If you plan on going to Galloping Ghost by 7, you have to go to Harold's around noon, so you can get your food in time, and then you go.
And you got. Do you still have to act angry at Harold's when you go?
Now you have to be patient. What I like about it is, we know going there that we're gonna have to wait. You're gonna at least half an hour, 40 minutes just to get your food.
Mhm.
But the line builds up, and of course with the social distancing, you got to spread out. So the line's out the door. So when we got there, we have to wait 20 minutes just for them to take the order. So you're just standing there, look at them. But you know that going in. So we bring our sketchbooks, we sit on a nice comfy benches, and it's like a bench couch. So we're sitting there just talking. But what I really like, what I get a kick out of, is most people know when you go to Harold's, you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be standing there, especially in these times of concern. You're going to have to be there separated. But there's always that Uber Eats guy who's on whose phone. I'm going to mimic him. Look at me. He goes like this. They got the mask on, of course, but then he look at the phone and go, and they just do that. And so we're all supposed to say, what's wrong? But nobody cares. But there's always a guy who says, He told me to wait 40 minutes, and now I've been here for 40 minutes. Now I got to go to Arlington Heights, and that's an hour away. I get a kick out of that guy.
Oh, because he was doing the DoorDash Uber Eats thing.
Did Kevin Bixby break your chair already?
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Man,
that's all right. He straightened it out though. He fixed it. Nobody knows.
Well, that's good.
The next person, I'll save that one for kids.
That's got a happy ending. Though.
We got giant guys sitting in tiny chairs. That's all it is.
All right, I'm going to grab my toys, and I'll show you guys my toys. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
No, Johnny. It's a family show, Johnny. Come on.
I know.
He's going to grab the toys.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I got. I got one of these. I got a chip clip. That's all I have.
I got something around here. Hold on.
I got a chip clip.
Artie, did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see the New York Times did a story about UFOs?
No.
Yeah.
I got one of these here.
That's money. Drawing paper.
I got one of these. You know where I got one of these from? I got this from the Nielsen Company. They sent this in the mail.
Yep.
Why'd they do that?
And they wanted to know what I watch, and I said, "I'll take your $5." But then I read the thing. I was about to throw it out, and I read it, and they said, if you fill it out, we'll send you another $5. I'm like, ooh! So I filled it out.
They got you now.
But they sent it in the mails, which was cool.
Yeah.
My grandmother always told me not to do that.
Look, you draw Tubby, whatever that was. Stucky? What was his name? He draw that.
I would draw the pirate. I would draw the pirate.
Yeah. I would draw Cubby or the bear. I don't know whatever happened.
Did you ever get anything in the mail?
I don't remember.
I drew it and I sent it in, and then they sent me something back.
They sent me classes. Here, you can sign up for classes.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was this.
I don't want to pay for this. I have to pay?
Nah.
I thought you were giving me something.
I'm a little kid. I was in first grade or whatever it was. Draw Tubby. So what was they discovered more UFOs?
No, they just did a story in the New York Times. I think it came out on Thursday or Friday last week, and they just said that
the Borg cube
was it for real?
No, it was the U.S. Some guy that worked for the U.S. Department of Defense said that the U.S. has recovered off-world vehicles over the years.
I think they're trying to.
It was in the New York Times. Yeah, it was a story in there.
I think they exist, but they're trying to desensitize Americans, or desensitize the world to that. So when they do discover them, people are going to like, oh, yeah, we knew that already. You know?
Well, people are already saying that.
There was a story last week about the Borg cube that they found. They found this
that's another thing.
Rectangular shape out on this world somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, if they came down and said, will you go with us, would you go?
No.
Or would you stay?
No, I don't even like traveling out of the country.
Yeah, but you just go there. There's
I don't even like traveling in the country.
I bet your brother would go, Art, because he would laugh if they didn't.
I would tell them. I would tell the aliens he wants to go.
They'd laugh. Yeah.
I would say he wants to go. Don't ask him anything. Just come and take him. That's what I would say. Come get him.
The alien said it'd be real easy.
Yeah.
So you have to go right in there. Yeah, that's how it sounds. That's what it is when you take off too. You go in there and go right in the sky.
They'd like that. They'd be like, "Oh, good."
I would. If it's not painful, I might go with them. I just got to finish a few more books.
You're gonna ask them first and be like, "Is this gonna be painful?"
What are you kind of probe? I know probes or nothing.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, unless they're shapeshifters.
What if they entice you with Harold's?
See, that's it. But I got to finish some books. I got at least 2 more books to finish, and then I'll go. That's true. It's weird that this is the only time we're potting now, and I'm not drawing at all. I've been drawing all day. I know, but if I draw, I'm off camera. See, I'm over here. That's where my drawing is. So I'll go over here. You like my beautiful painting of the Green Goblin?
Stand by.
Green Goblin and Mysterio.
Yeah, those are cool. I was
looking
at those.
Green Goblin on the left.
Yeah.
And,
that's
that's the Green Goblin. Who's the guy on the other side?
Is that
Mysterio?
No, the other
Brack.
It's Neptunian. He's I'm going to show you who he is. I have him right here. This is
Neptunian.
Neptunian. See his profile?
Oh, yeah.
He looks like the Gorn from Star Trek.
He is a Star Trek alien from Migos. Migos made him. They made him up. Yeah. That's how I made him up. He has wings. And I had him since I'm a kid. And when I played with him, he was Aquaman's villain.
Oh,
That makes
He was
sense.
part of Legion of Doom. Yeah.
I can see that.
But this one I painted on Saturday on my live show.
I like
My
it.
show, Famous Cartoonist Paints Things. And it's really fuzzy and weird and bumpy up close, but I had a good time.
Looks good.
I was going to
paint
tune
more.
in on that because I saw you painting, and I'm like, yeah, but he's not going to answer me. So
I
The
would
answer
have.
is me.
I take breaks and look at
Yeah.
the comments.
I usually watch it later, and I just fast forward it to see what you painted.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
wish
can
I could do that?
can I share
Yeah.
my money waster that I've been working with
Yes.
since
I wanna
the
see it.
pandemic? I've been buying Hot Wheels.
Really?
Hot Wheels.
That's cool.
So here's the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
66
cool.
That's
Batmobile.
cool. Is that a vintage one or a new? Are they old ones?
No, they're they were nothing. They're like $5 or whatever.
Oh,
why,
cool.
why are all
And
those
then-
ants going crazy in your background, Johnny?
Exactly. I know all the
who's
crazy
that?
stuff.
Is that a
Yeah.
Joker?
Isn't
Is
that
that
great?
the Green Hornet?
This is the green. Oh well, it's supposed to be the Green Hornet car, but it really isn't. And so to make
Neat
up for
up.
that, it actually just came today. Oh, well, I'm dropping everything. Hold on a second.
Floppy.
Floppy, exactly. Everything's falling on my pants.
I like
This
that.
is this just came today. This is the Black Beauty.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
Oh.
beautiful.
So that's cool.
that
I
is
like
cool.
that.
And then I got the Roger Moore James Bond Lotus
Oh
car.
yeah.
The one that went underwater.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's
So
cool
that's
too.
nice. And then I got the where's the classic one? I've got an Aston Martin somewhere. But here's another one. Here he comes. Here
Oh,
comes
nice.
Speed Racer. He's
Johnny
No,
Lightning.
that's a good one.
Is that a Johnny
Um,
Lightning one or?
No, but the Black Beauty, the fake Black Beauty is a Johnny Lightning car. This is Jada, and I believe it's a Japanese company.
Wow.
But it is
Those
a
are
Mach 5.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Wait, there's more.
You got a Professor Racer X?
I just ordered Racer X today.
Nice.
I
It's
got
a
to get
Hot
my
Wheels
wife
racer.
on one of these episodes to sing to you the Spanish version of the Speed Racer song.
I forgot
that?
the Spanish version.
Oh, Bullet.
Yeah, that's the Mustang from Bullet.
Is that the one that drove off the parking garage?
Yes. And then
Nice.
from
Spoilers.
Gone in 60 Seconds, that's that Mustang.
Oh, that's the
Wow.
Nick Cage one.
Those are cool, Johnny.
Well, wait, there's more.
There's more.
And then from Ford versus Ferrari, I had to get a Shelby car. Shelby
Nice.
racing car.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet.
It's a great movie. It's on HBO this month, but you don't have HBO.
I've heard things.
And then this is Hot Wheels. This came out when John Glenn went back to space.
Wow.
And it has the black one is a Mercury capsule, and then it has a space shuttle, and then it has little guys. You can see the little guys there.
Yeah.
And it's a Mercury astronaut, a space shuttle astronaut, and then Senator Glenn in his business suit.
John Glennon. Yeah, little action figure.
From Ohio.
Exactly.
I wonder if that's the only figure he ever got. I wonder if he got another action
I don't know.
figure.
I met
I'm sure he
Senator.
had to have. Yeah.
I met Senator Glenn in 1996 when I went to the Capitol,
Mm.
and he's like, "Are you from Ohio?" And I said, "I'm from Illinois." He's like, "I'll shake your hand anyway."
Look what I got.
So he's John Glenn. I'm like, Jesus, man, I never met an astronaut.
I have a Judge Judy Customigo.
Wait a minute. It's the Balthazar. Whoops.
It's not an answer.
That's her. It's my Judge Judy Customigo.
Very sexy. What's
Yeah,
under
it's
the
me.
robe, Artie? Have you ever looked under the robe?
Yeah, she has pants. I made sure
Ah.
I put pants on her.
Son of a gun.
But I got a Mrs. C. This Mrs.
Oh, that's
Cunningham.
Marion?
Yeah, Marion. I made her into Judge Judy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So she's always with me.
That's fantastic.
She's bringing
Johnny,
justice.
Johnny, are you sure you don't have your green screen setting on? Because that looks like you're trying to make
know.
a green screen behind you.
No, that's yeah, I don't like the lights reflect weird off of some of my framed art. So it
Yeah,
does
but,
that.
If
And
that
your
was
couch,
happening
too.
and Mike Nagan was on here,
it's
he'd be
happening on
getting
your
a tongue
couch.
lashing.
No, but but you'll notice that I'm not obliterated by said light.
It's not blinding me. And
I sent him a headset and it doesn't work. Can't win.
You need
Cannot
to
win.
Jeff one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need gigantic.
He's
Jeff.
always
Where is he?
he always sends me whatever the hot comic book news story is. He always sends it to me the next day. I'm like, yeah, I know. I just want to make sure you saw it.
Well, you'll get it from Jimmy the Muscle in about a month.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude,
next
I
week.
don't know if you heard. Warren
Dude,
Ellis is in trouble, dude.
Dude, they canceled the Comic Con. They canceled.
Exactly. Hey,
He
dude.
texted me that today. I said, "Yeah, but it's already over."
It ended. Yeah. My flight was yesterday. Well, today was the flight. We always come back on Tuesday.
That's true.
No, dude. I can't
That's
remember
right. Sunday I'd be falling asleep right now in your guys' laps or whatever because I'd be very tired. Johnny's asleep. Johnny's asleep.
Here he is. Record the pod in the hotel room. Yeah.
That's right.
Is that weird not being there this year, or did you not even really notice it because everything else is not going on?
I don't know. I got used to staying home.
Yeah.
I kind of like being home.
There's the convention center.
Shoe coffee.
Yep.
Here it is. It's a big shoe.
Post San Diego.
There was a memory that popped up on my Facebooks, and it was me, Artie, and Johnny sitting in Skokie recording an episode of the pod.
That's true. I saw that too.
Nice. Yeah. I haven't seen that.
My buddy's like, John's saying, "What time are the snacks? Are we eating?"
Nah, Jew.
Oh, good stuff. So,
it's pretty good.
I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. I think the next show we're going to is C2E2 in Chicago. Maybe
not.
Yeah, I know. And then they said that we're going to be San Diego. We're accepted already for next year.
Sure.
We still got to fill out the application. So I just got that, I think, yesterday. Yeah, I got to fill it out.
Just like
yesterday before the con even ended?
Yeah.
Like the last day of the con, we go pick it up. So that's...
Yeah, like we do. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
I might have got it Sunday yesterday. I'm finally off of the vampire hours.
Oh, congratulations.
But I'm like, I wake up at like 3 in the morning now.
At 3 in the morning when you're in bed.
And I'm in bed every day by 10 o'clock. I'm sleeping. But which my anti-vampire hours have affected my children, because now when their friends are here at 8:30, I'm like, all right, time to go home. Oh, come on. No, gotta go home. But you know what? No, you gotta go. So I think there's some upstairs. But
I like how your schedule revolves all the way around the clock. So like at 3 p.m. when your kids are playing with their friends, all right, everybody out.
Yeah,
I gotta go to sleep.
Gotta go. And normally I'm up, 4, 5, sometimes 7 a.m. and going to bed. And the kids, they have COVID hours, so they're just going to bed at 3 o'clock sometimes. Sometimes they go to bed when my wife's going to work and all that. But now I'm going to bed the last week and a half, 10:30. I'm out cold. It's so weird.
What's going to happen with their school and everything? Do they know yet?
Yeah, the rules change every day. So far, we're at 1 day home, 1 day Zooming, 1 day home, 1 day Zooming, and then mask every day, and they're going to be separated. So, and then now they're talking about not going back till almost September. They were supposed to go back August 12th.
Wow.
I don't think they're going to go back till January, if anything. Look at what happened to Major League Baseball. And those guys get tested every day or every other day. That's ridiculous.
Stuff's happening. So, it's too fast. But and my son was real proud this year because he would have been 16 years old for 1 day at school, and then he would have turned 17. So he goes, I'm going to be 16-year-old and senior. No, it's not going to happen. Like, so now he's going to be 17. Oh, that's too bad, Gordy. But the cool thing about him is I think he's going to start working at McDonald's. He's got another interview on Thursday. Yeah, he's going to be. And I said, we better eat McDonald's now, because once you start working there, you're not going to want it for like 15 years.
He's going to lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, I told him he's real skinny now. But I remember when I was 17, I worked at White Castle, and you go on lunch break and you just mark off your food and you get free stuff, or discount. I forgot what it was, but I learned how to make like triple burgers. I make your own. That's stuff that's not on the menu.
Sure.
But then I worked there maybe 6 months, maybe it wasn't very long, but I worked there throughout the summer. And then when I went back to school when I was a senior, and I from summer to Christmas or something like that. So I quit, but I was telling him that I did everything. You cook, you clean, you mop the floors, you do all of it. But then after I quit, I haven't had White Castle burgers in like 15 or 20 years after.
Oh yeah.
And I said, that's going to happen to you if you work at McDonald's. You're not going to want to eat there. And he's like, really? I go, yeah.
No, I hear
I went
you.
to Wendy's. I still eat at Wendy's though.
Well,
yeah, it takes
when
a
I
little
worked at,
time. Yeah.
when I worked at Dairy Queen, I had to work the grill, and you just even after showering, you still felt like you smelled like the grease and everything. So yeah, that was like the most weight I ever lost beyond being on like Weight Watchers or whatever, because I wouldn't want to eat like meat after that fried meat or
it's in your nose, it's in your fingernails.
Oh yeah,
I smell like pickles.
When I worked for my family, we worked in a restaurant, pizza place, and I worked in that all my life up until about 15, 20 years ago, and I still eat pizza every day.
I don't know. For me, I think honestly it was the fact that you're like the fried meat, on the flat top grill and everything.
Yeah.
Well, in high school, I used to work at a deli, like making sandwiches or cutting cold cuts and stuff like that. And I would sandwiches, and I would walk home. I would walk home every day because they would close early. The deli would close like around 7, 8 o'clock at night, and in the summertime it would still be light out, and all these cats would follow me home, neighborhood cats, because they'd smell the deli meat on me, and they would follow me all the way home.
That's funny because that's in my story, hero man #1. The dogs follow him because he's a big hunk of meat. Yeah.
So I'm like the opposite of you guys. I worked at a Wendy's. And
nice.
People were like, you know how they make that chili, don't you? They take the day-old burgers and they grind it up and they make the chili. And I'm like, yeah, and it tastes good. And I still eat it.
It's not right. Well, no waste.
It's like eating leftovers at home.
Yeah, why throw it away?
Is that actually how they make it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's all right.
Is it really?
It's pretty damn good. So.
Yeah, Boston Market. Boston Market was like that with the chicken and everything.
Yep. If you get too much burgers on the grill and it like past a certain time, you smash them up and you put them in this drawer, and then throughout the day they take it and they freeze it, and then the next day they use that to make the chili.
Oh, I want
Ain't
chili
nothing
now.
wrong with that. Because everything at Wendy's is fresh.
Yeah,
fresh.
Yep.
I like it.
Never frozen. Fresh.
I'm getting hungry now. This is what happened last time. Weren't we talking about food last time?
Yeah. You know what's really stupid about Wendy's though?
What?
Why don't they ever make their burgers round?
Because Dave Thomas didn't want to cut corners.
Oh.
I like
Can you
that.
fit more on the grill when they're
That's
square?
a pun.
I don't know. That's what they said.
There was someone trolling Wendy's online about making their hamburgers round or something, and they viciously went after the person. Now I want to find out what.
Wendy's has one of the best fast food Twitters because they always they're real quick, like they're sharp. They go right after people. They make fun of McDonald's all the time.
Yeah.
They don't take no beef.
Yeah. Where's the beef? That old lady.
Remember that lady?
Yeah.
Where's
Walter Mondale.
Yep.
Walter Mondale?
What about her?
Did he say that?
Mondale? Oh, that's right. He said it. He said it about Reagan's economic plan. Where's the beef?
Mm-hmm. Where's the beef?
And that's why he lost really badly.
Mm-hmm.
He only carried 2 states.
I could see Biden doing something like that.
They got to wake him up. Hey, remember?
I got Kodak working on the pandemic, and we're going to open all the photomats up again. You get your testing done at the photomat. It'll be great.
When
I don't understand why. I don't know. Did you see that was the press conference today? He announced that Kodak is going to be like making the pharmaceuticals, and it's like great company. I'm like, they make film and cameras.
Yeah.
Why is that a great company? Why does that make sense? Hey, if I could be Alan Arkin can I be Alan Arkin for a second? Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm confused.
Why is this happening?
Something's going to happen drastic.
The Kodak moment, Johnny.
Exactly. It's great.
We need Thanos.
Because you get your pictures developed in less than a half hour, so you get your test done in less than a half hour. I was going to go with Domino's, but instead I went with Kodak.
We got the suppository test. Goes right in there. You're good.
Yeah. And we're only going to work with American countries. I cut off ties to Latveria. I cut off ties to Krakoa, the mutant island. Professor Xavier, bad man.
I like him. I like Xavier.
I found the Wendy's thing. Someone said I've always been suspicious of Wendy's hamburgers because they are square, much unlike the round burgers one finds in nature. And Wendy's replied with, unlike the supernatural circle shape that hamburgers come in when you pick them off the vine.
Yeah. But how many holes are in a White Castle hamburger?
5.
Ooh, you're right. Yeah.
Thank you. Listen, I've studied there for years, sir. I never worked there, but I studied there. The one I lived by the one forever on the north side. There was always like one, the closest one in the suburbs. You had to go to the city to Addison and Kedzie, and now I live right by that same White Castle, and it cracks me up that I live there because back in high school and stuff, we'd be like, "Hey, let's get White Castle," and it'd take us like 20 minutes to get there from Wilmette. We'd have to jump on the expressway.
Now you could go for a crave at 2 a.m.
It's true.
I've only eaten at White Castle twice in my life, and I can tell you the story of both of those times if you want.
Oh, I bet it didn't end well.
I think I know where it goes.
So the first time I went to Wendy's,
White Castle.
White Castle, sorry.
Thank you.
Me and my buddies were out, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta go to White Castle," and I'm like, "Oh, I'd never had one." You go, "Oh, you gotta have it. The cheese fries are awesome."
Yeah, they are.
I'm like, "All right." So we went, and I got like hamburgers, and I'm like, I'm gonna get one hamburger. My friends are laughing at me because I'd never been to a White Castle's. And they're like, no, man, you get like 10. I'm like, what am I gonna do with 10 burgers? I'm like, no, you gotta get 10 of them. So I'm like, all right. So I get 10 of them. I'm like, oh, I get it. They're real small. So I get 10 of them, and I was how would you say in the business nowadays? Inebriated, I guess.
You were advocated.
Advocated. so I got a sack of burgers and cheese fries, and I sat down and I started eating these things. And my God, they were the best thing on the planet.
They're delicious.
At that time. So I ate them all. Now, fast forward to some hours later, where they all came back up violently.
Oh.
Much violence. Yeah, much violence was happening.
Oh, but you had 10. Just get like 3 or 4.
I didn't
That should
know.
be good.
And I was advocated. So anyway, so they violently came up, and I said to myself, never again will I have the White Castles. Fast forward to a couple months later, and I'm like,
try it again.
You know what? I'm not advocated right now. So I want to know, was that amazing taste and then the violence afterwards due to my advocation? Or did I really think that they were good? Let me try them non-advocated. So I did, and I ate them. And then I violently vomited after that. Yeah. And I'm like, I wasn't advocated. I'm never eating these again. And to this day, I've never had another White Castle.
The devil's advocator.
We got to try it again.
All right. Speaking of fast food stories, Chip Zdarsky, do you ever see about his Applebee's wars online?
No.
On Facebook?
No.
This is from The Atlantic. How long ago was this? This was back in 2014.
Yoko Chips.
Chip Zdarsky is a comic book artist and journalist. He's also a devoted pen pal of an Applebee's. For the past several months, Zdarsky has taken to Facebook to befriend one of the fast food chain Canadian franchises, and the franchise has fortunately returned his overtures. The result of the unlikely duo's interaction are hilarious and delightful and wonderfully weird. And maybe in their way literary. The Chip Applebee's exchange just played out on Applebee's Facebook page, like waiting for Godot if ScarJo was a Ribbler. All right, so he says, Applebee's goes, are you eating your wings today with or without a fork? And Chip says, not eating wings today. And Applebee's says, how about tomorrow? And Chip says, I have a doctor's appointment, and then my wife's going to be working late at the hospital, so I'll probably just make some burritos for her when she gets home. And he goes, we understand. And then 7-ounce steak or 9-ounce steak? I get the 9-ounce steak, and then I ask for the 2 ounces of it, or I get the 7-ounce steak, and then I ask for the 2 ounces of it to take home. That's a great idea, Chip. Thank you. And then
these are real messages?
These are exchanges from Facebook.
Are these Twitter messages?
No, Facebook. Our 3-cheese penne goes great with blank for a perfect pick and pair combo. My mouth, says Chip. I know the mayor of Toronto says he has plenty to eat at home, but I see you can't go wrong eating at Applebee's. Sorry, didn't mean to get political there. And he goes, do you ever order this, Chip? No, I'm not allowed to have that much cheese, according to my wife, Deborah. We're sorry. He goes, Debbie, you have nothing to apologize for at Applebee's ever. And then Applebee's, what food do you have for me that's not ethnic, meaning Italian? Thank you. And Chip goes, sorry, Applebee's, I'm trying to convince my Uncle Mel to join me for a bite, but he has very specific ideas about food. If you could help me out and make some meal suggestions, that would be fantastic. We have all kinds of burgers and sandwiches. Melvin Zdarsky, are there weird hamburgers with noodles and avocados or apples and topping, or normal ones like ketchup and buns? And he's like, I'm pretty sure you can order them how you want at Applebee's, Uncle Mel. He goes, you can get them however you want, Mel. He goes, okay. But yeah, I don't know.
I want to start a correspondence with a store.
Chip's nuts.
Harold's.
I love Chip.
Home
Chip's
Depot.
hilarious.
Let's go for the local Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Remember on Saturday Night Live, Father Sarducci?
Yeah.
Father Guido Sarducci.
Father Guido Sarducci, yeah.
Don Novello used to write letters to, because like companies in the 70s would do these really weird like corporate things. And he wrote, like Timex used to have the commercial where there was a guy at the beach with a Geiger counter and he started digging in the sand and he found a Timex and it still worked. And so he wrote, and he's like, "Hi, I lost my watch at the beach. I think that might be mine. Do you have a lost and found department?"
That's
So
funny.
just like crazy shit like that. It was very, very funny. He would just write like these ridiculous like crank letters to corporations. It was very funny. It's a book of it. It's called the Laszlo Letters, and it's very, very funny. He wrote to somebody tried to slip LSD in Gerald Ford's coffee, and so he wrote. He's like, "Dear President Ford, I saw somebody try to slip LSD in your coffee. Are you okay?" It's crazy. Very funny. And also James Robinson. I remember he did exchanges with Scrubbing Bubbles. And it's like, "Tell us online your favorite use of Scrubbing Bubbles." And he goes, "Me and my wife use it for our sex dungeon."
Oh,
Scrubbing Bubbles.
That's for Spotless.
It's crazy. I can't remember the other ones, but I just remember one of them was, "Our sex dungeon's never been cleaner thanks to Scrubbing Bubbles." It's like, way to go, James.
Well, that would do it, yeah.
Oh man, there's a book called "Letters from a Nut," which is letters to corporate. Yeah. That's I don't know if that's the same letter or not, or the same kind of book, but yeah, he used the pseudonym Don Novello, Laszlo Toth, or Toth, like Alex Toth. Very funny stuff.
I complained to Chipotle once because I went to.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, we used to go.
I had a violent reaction at Chipotle once.
Oh, no reactions. Just we would work at an art and animation studio, and we would do video games and characters and stuff.
Corey Barba.
Yeah, with Corey Barba. So we all went. All of us would just go to lunch together. So when I went to Chipotle, I ordered a burrito, and I complained that there was no meat on my burrito, even though I ordered a burrito with meat. So I wrote to the corporate headquarters. So they sent
coupons.
They sent me 10 free coupons.
Nice.
And so I don't know how long it took, but I got them in the mail, and then I took all the guys out to lunch. There was like 10 guys, and I got enough for 10 guys, of course. And then we all went, and I remember the manager coming out from the back. "What's going on here?" Is this guy got 10 burritos, and we got 10 burritos, and he didn't want to give them to us. Well, he didn't say that, but I could see him. He was all nervous. So that was cool. That was a good feast. And then like a week later or two, then the place, our animation studio, shut down. Well, they still went, but they laid off all the 30 guys or whatever it was. But I thought that was pretty cool. I complained. I needed meat on my burrito. Then I got a free one.
Sometimes you need it.
See, it's another bad story. We'll take that out. Nobody cares.
When we worked at Wendy's, my friend was the manager. And if people like came through the drive-thru and they got home and they realized something wasn't in there and they called, they'd usually be like, "Well, we'll write your name down. If you come by tomorrow, we'll give you a coupon for a free meal or something." So you could lie and be like, "You didn't give me my double cheeseburger." And then they'd write it down.
My name's Bob. Well, there's no Bob. Mark. Yeah, Mark. Mark's on there. Yeah, then it's me. Yeah. We used to drive around a neighborhood and see parties and just say, "Let's go to the party," depending on what party it is. Say, "I'm Mike's friend. I'm Mike's friend." But if it's a Spanish party, you say, I'm Juan's friend, or if it's, that's bad. I'm going to get it. It's ridiculous.
I got a couple of the Laszlo letters. He wrote to Anheuser-Busch, the president. And he's like, "Dear Mr. President, I used to occasionally drink your Budweiser brand. That's how I got to know the name of your company and all the fine products you make, light as well as dark. I have a marketing idea that goes with your name, since you have the same name as our new president, George Bush. Since he wanted a kinder, gentler nation, I thought up the idea for you to sell a new beer, Bush Beer, a kinder, gentler beer. Maybe it should be Bush Light. I leave that up to you. You're the beer experts. I just come up with the ideas. I'll settle for 50 cents on a bottle or a can, or 2.5 cents for a 6-pack. A 50-cent discount on my side, and I'll donate half of what I make to President Bush to help pay off the deficit. I think it's a great marketing gimmick to let people know that every time they're drinking a Bush beer, they're helping pay off the national deficit." And here's another line I just came up with to show that I have more than one. "Don't drink and drive. Drink and pay off the deficit. drink Bush beer, a kinder, gentler beer, and take a cab. I know it's not much time, but it sure would be nice to have this stuff on the shelves by Inauguration Day. Don't give me this "we can't do this fast" excuse. We got more than 2 months, plenty of time. Don't forget the advertising line. It's already done. We just got to get the lawyers going with the contracts on your end. Should I fly out there and sign the papers, or do you just want me to mail them to me? My Social Security number is available upon request, but I hope I'm not going to have to pay taxes on this. And then from the marketing guy from Anheuser-Busch, dear Mr. Toth, thank you for contacting us regarding your ideas. As you're probably aware, Anheuser-Busch retains the services of many creative sources. These sources provide us with many ideas and concepts. Some are used, some are put on the shelf for future consideration, and there are many that are never used at all. In addition to these agency sources, Anheuser-Busch receives thousands of ideas from people like yourself each year. I'm sure you can appreciate the likelihood of it is very small that an unsolicited idea. This guy gives him a real serious answer and stuff. So then he did Swanson Foods and Campbell Soup. Dear sir, I've enjoyed your Hungry Man dinners for some time now. I enjoy the turkey dinner especially. The stuffing is excellent. Not long ago, I visited the Richard Nixon Library and birthplace in Yorba Linda, California. The place has some architecture flaws, but all in all, it's a fine monument to a great president. I was at the library that I got an idea of recreating historic meals from President Nixon's life. Frozen microwavable recreations of his state dinners with world leaders like de Gaulle, Khrushchev, Mao, Gandhi, etc. Plus meals for special occasions in his life. Everyone saw his famous Watergate resignation speech, but how many people know what he ate before the speech? Answer, his favorite dish, chicken with cauliflower, also known by that fancy name, Chicken Devon. I thought it'd be a great idea if the library would serve these meals in their cafeteria, but you won't believe this. They don't even have a cafeteria. Then I thought perhaps they could sell the meals and people could microwave them at home. But now I have a bigger idea. I plan to expand my presidential Nixon historical microwavable TV dinner idea to other presidents. I am now actively in the process of looking for a partner with experience in the frozen dinner field. At present, I have been packaging samples for 24 of the 40 presidents. I've enclosed samples for Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford, and I'm currently working on Martin Van Buren and Grover Cleveland, which will bring the total to 26. You could add these dinners to the Hungry Man line and call them Hungry President dinners. But I would prefer calling them Fit for a Presidential Microwave dinners and use the presidential seal on the logo. I've tested all the meals myself, and they're delicious.
They didn't reply to that one?
Oh, no, real long one. And it's like, it's, wait, is there another one now? Oh, yeah. So first, hey, thanks a lot for your, interest. It's nice to hear from people such as yourself that have interest in our work and products. Well, we appreciate your good intentions. It's our policy to advise you and other consumers who submit interesting ideas about our predicament. Very often the suggestions office are already similar to those developed by our own staff and already underway. In other cases, we may not have a current business need for a particular idea. And he's like, then he writes back and he goes, I was quite surprised to receive a letter from the Campbell Soup Company regarding my Fit for a President microwave dinners. Since I sent my proposal of packaging samples to the Swanson Company, not Campbell Soup. Oh, because he got the response from Campbell Soup, not realizing it's the same company.
The same company, yeah.
But yeah. They're very long. I'll put the link here in the feed and people can read it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like he's so sincere with this ridiculous stuff. It cracks me up. Here we go. So if anybody wants to read that, you can check it out on your own. There it is.
I like it.
But yeah, oh my God. So funny. So, Laszlo Toth, everybody. The great Don Novello.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like when he did the Find the Pope in the Pizza contest on Saturday Night Live, where he wanted to get Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney out of their hotel room, and he had a bullhorn. And he's like, so I'm going to sing Beatle tunes until they come out. And he did a medley of Beatles songs. Like, hey, Jude, do you want to know a secret? Oh, man. I laughed. And then I cried.
That's funny.
He was good.
I like all of that. All of that I just heard. I enjoyed
very much, Lois.
Yeah.
He had for I forget which gas station. It was during the energy crisis, and they wanted your best ideas to whip inflation now. And he said we should only We should only flush the toilet every other time that we use it. And if we do that, it would create a heartbeat sort of like propulsion through the water system. And it might even be able to propel boats to go out to sea and stuff like that.
It might, yeah. That's possible.
Unbelievable stuff.
Some weird, wild stuff.
Good stuff, yes. Weird, wild.
Crazy, wild stuff.
Well, I tell you, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I own half of California. I don't know if you knew that. Him and Fred McMurray.
Do they own California?
They own like gigantic like plots of land in California. So much so, like when he was in his 90s, Bob Hope like turned over to the state like 600,000 acres of California land or whatever because he had so much undeveloped land. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to use it.
They had kids and stuff. He could have gave it to them.
He did have kids. Oh, he had a ton of money.
Yeah,
the kids did
airports
fine
and stuff like that.
Yeah, the kids did
Bob
fine.
Hope had airports?
Yeah.
He was flying
high.
It's possible that
they named the airports after that guy and stuff.
Bob Hope Airport?
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
It's possible that Linda Carter flew out of his airport then.
Just like Jamie Farr, he had his own golf classic, but not the LPGA.
Yep.
Jamie Farr.
The Kroger Classic.
I want to have something like that.
The Art Baltazar Classic.
Mm-hmm. Just do something. The
Harold's Chicken. The Art Baltazar
Harold's Chicken wing contest.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken plucking competition.
It'll be only for Harold's to compete against themselves. Who's the best Harold?
It's got to be something unrelated, like how the golf is completely unrelated. LPGA golf is completely unrelated to Jamie Farr, so it's got to be like the Harold Chicken dart competition or something.
Yeah, but it was a joke it was a clinger joke until the lady golfers got pissed off and are like, yeah, it's not funny. Yeah, but all I've done is been a good ambassador.
Yeah, you can't make fun of the ladies.
You're open. People can only compete if their name is Harold.
Oh, that's
Harold Faltermeyer, Harold Baines.
I created a character in Gyro Man. When Gyro Man, at the end of his chapter, he's getting beat up by all of these icons and all of these mascots, and the one who saves the day is Harold, King Harold.
Is Gyro Man like gyro sandwiches?
Yeah, he's a big hunk of meat. You know that gyro on the spit?
Yeah, I do. I'm Greek. I know all about gyros. Absolutely.
That's him. And I have a bad guy. Yeah, I have a bad guy who's opposite Gyro Man. His name's Kronos. There he is from Kronos Meat. That's what he looks like.
Hold on, stand by.
Yeah, that's what he looks
Keep it up. Keep the picture
so
up.
He's upside down.
There it is.
See, he's upside down. Yeah. So the gyro spit, if you look, the gyro spit, see, it's this way.
I'm aware.
So this guy is the opposite Gyro Man.
I hate you.
He's called Kronos. And I have a gyro or a Harold's Chicken King. I have him on here. I'm going to show you this one right here. This one right here is that's him. He had the scepter. And he's got a scepter. That's him. He saves the day at the end. See, he comes in there as Harold. I'm here to save you. That's teepees and
wigwam. What's he wearing under that robe? Just underpants?
And this is Reggie McDougal. That's where he loses his sense of his inspiration to be a mascot because everyone loves Gyro Man. So then he decides to serve coffee. Here he is right here. And this one on the right is where he starts reciting poetry at a coffee house instead of being the burger guy. Yeah, that's Kevin Bixby right there.
That is Kevin Bixby right there. It's actually
So this is my sketchbook. And that's these are right here where I was dreaming of teepees and wigwams, and I had to explain the joke to my sister-in-law.
What's the magnet upside down next to the teepee?
Well, that's a wigwam.
Oh, that's how a wigwam.
Yeah, it's like a round hut. But I
didn't know there was a difference between a teepee and a wigwam. I had no idea.
Come on, Johnny. Come on.
I didn't go to Native American history.
I was dreaming of these things, and then I found out I was too tense.
I get it.
Yeah.
Wait, you were dreaming? Never mind. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
So maybe read more Laszlo letters.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna have Gyro Man, and it's gonna be a good book. I'm working on that right now. It's going to be my masterpiece.
Published by DC.
No, I'm going to do it myself.
Oh, okay.
It's too good of an idea. You don't want to waste it on DC. Are you kidding me?
I got
one event and he's done, and they kill him off.
They're going to change him to Batman. They said, "Which is great, but can you make him Batman?" Oh, all right.
I was rereading a bunch of Brad Meltzer's Justice League stuff from 15 years ago, and I was loving them.
Is that when he shot the guy's wife? Was that
no, actually
story?
after that, that's Identity Crisis.
Red Tornado, that stuff.
The Red Tornado story, and when the couple stories with the Legion of Superheroes that were awesome. And
I was reading all that.
Yeah, and then I also read
really into
Jeff Johns' Legion of Three Worlds, which I love so much.
Yeah,
too, with Dean Cain as Superboy Prime.
Dean Cain as Superboy Prime.
Yeah, well, not really Dean Cain, but Superboy Prime's the bad guy in Legion of Three Worlds.
Oh yeah, I was reading Identity Crisis, all the DC books at that time.
Yeah,
because my son was baby, brand new little guy. He couldn't move, so he was baby. So I would read them all, and I wasn't working. We weren't working DC Comics at that time, so I was barely. I don't know if I was doing Disney stuff yet. So I was sitting there just trying to. Oh yeah, I was. Because I did Disney stuff, and then he was born, and then I kept continuing. But that was an interesting time because I was reading comics all the time, sitting on a couch reading with a little baby.
Sure.
And
no, there were good comics back then.
Yeah, I read the Skrulls, the Marvel Secret Invasion.
Yep.
That's the last time I read Marvel was Secret Invasion.
That's funny. Chip and I were talking about Secret Invasion when it looked like Captain Marvel was back, the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
For Marvel. But then it was a Skrull.
And I remember Wasp. Wasp grew real big at the end, didn't she? And then she got killed or something.
Yep.
I remember that. I remember not liking that because I like Wasp.
I buy comics every week and don't read them.
yeah, I stopped doing that. Yeah,
I'm still.
I still buy them, and I want to read them, but I just don't.
I read comics.
I read all of Chip's current comics because I talked to him yesterday.
Maybe the last stuff I read was Mark Waid's Daredevil. I read those. Was that Chip?
Good. Chip came after Mark's run on Daredevil.
Like there was an artist who had a cool name who was
Chris Samney.
Samney, yeah.
Yeah, Chris from the
I read his stuff. Yeah,
Chris is an amazing artist. I have two beautiful sketches from him. I've got a Super Chief sketch from him, and then also the British Flash Gordon character Dan Dare, their sci-fi hero.
Yeah,
and that's an amazing sketch. I love that sketch.
So I remember in the Daredevil book where Matt, what's his name? Matt Murdock. Matt the Murdock. Exactly. He smelled all the snacks that Foggy was eating, and I thought that was a cool scene.
Was it making him sick? Was it making him like?
Yeah, he goes out. Yeah, he was grossed out by the stuff he had in his desk drawer or something like that.
They're just starting a really cool courtroom trial story in Daredevil. The first issue came out, and Chip and I were talking about that. And Foggy, of course, is representing Daredevil.
I am satisfied.
It's good. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Honestly, Chip's run is fantastic. I'm so happy for Chip because he's really funny, and he was always like a very funny writer. And he did that great Howard the Duck run with Joe Quinones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like ever since then, Marvel just keeps giving him he did Spectacular Spider-Man, and it was really good. And he was
doing Archie stuff for a while too, right?
Yep. Mm. Yep. He did. Yeah, he did Jughead. Yeah, he was doing Jughead with Erica Campbell, I want to say. And now he did a Spider-Man life story, which was kind of like Superman, Batman Generations, where it was like various decades.
Yeah, that was cool. John Byrne.
And it was. Yeah, but this was it was all the great classic Spider-Man stories, but if he actually aged from 1963, 50 years later or 60 years later. And they were great, really interesting. Every decade, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the aughts. And very cool. Great miniseries there. And he did Marvel Team Up when Reed Richards and Sue were in the multiverse, so it's just the Thing and Johnny. And those are really good stories. And then he just finished a really good story of Fantastic Four versus the X-Men with Terry Dodson doing the art. And it was beautiful. Great story. Yeah, real good stuff.
Terry Dodson's a good artist.
Oh, I love Terry. I finally had him on a Word Balloon. He was terrific. Terry was on, and I had...
I always thought it was a girl. Wasn't there...
Rachel's his wife.
That's right.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel Dodson.
Exactly. My string of Peloponnese.
That's right. Because I knew there was a girl involved, but
Yeah.
I get it now. Yeah.
Yep.
That's when they were drawing Harlequin.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he draws beautiful women, and she colors beautiful women. Absolutely.
They're really good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're a great team.
Neil Dodson.
Like Mike and Laurel Allred.
Yeah.
You know,
she's a colorist, right?
She colors Mike's stuff.
Or does she ink it? Yeah.
That stuff looks great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I like it. It's good.
Telling you.
Good. Mm-hmm.
And yes, Wayne is correct. The Dotsons are good people. They're very good people indeed. So,
good peeps.
I got to tell you, man, I've been very fortunate. I've met a lot more creators since the pandemic and had a lot of people on for the first time. And Terry is one of those guys. And Chris Cantwell just came on last Friday on that big show that Franco and I did. Uh-huh. And I've been watching *Halt and Catch Fire*, and man, that's a great AMC show. It's all about the beginnings of the computer world in Texas, but it's like like late '80s or whatever. It's fantastic, really great show.
I don't know what it is. Yeah,
*Halt and Catch Fire*.
There's a new one with Charlize that everyone's talking about.
That's a great show. That's Rucka's show. The old guard. Yeah, watch it, Artie. It's really good.
What's it called? The Old Guard, you said?
Old Guard, yeah.
Yeah, I got to see it. That's a comic, right? Is that from a comic?
Yeah, it's based on his book with Leandro Fernandez. And it's like, it's immortal warriors that in the modern day are mercenaries, military mercenaries. And it's like military espionage with a little bit of immortality in there. But really, it's a very grounded story, despite the fact that this group of mercenaries are immortal.
Did they shoot around corners like that other movie?
No. Wanted?
Yeah, was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Wanted.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Mark Millar? Miller?
Yes. Yeah, Mark Miller. Indeed. And J.G. Jones.
See, all these things that are out there, but I don't know where to find these things.
Well, it's on Netflix. It's
I keep watching the same stuff all the time.
I know. Stop watching Breaking Bad, it's a good movie. It's really a good movie, and it did really well because everybody's home. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a Charlize Theron movie, and it's a good action movie. It's a really, really good action.
That's cool. Movie. It's funny because you know how you get the updates from Netflix through your email. They said just for you, recommended. They keep recommending Breaking Bad to me. watch it again. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
We noticed you haven't watched Breaking Bad today.
It's like you need it. Yeah.
They're keeping track of you.
You need it more.
They kind of do. They kind of because they're like with me because I always watch reruns of West Wing. That's always my wallpaper while I'm working, and I just want to have something in the background. And especially that's a good talking show.
I never
which
saw
is what
that.
I'm always like. Oh, I love that show. And they're like, yeah, hey, you haven't been watching The West Wing lately.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Exactly.
They asked me, are you sick?
They sent someone to your house to check on you.
You still have internet?
Hi, it's Netflix.
You haven't watched West Wing in 3 days. Are you okay? We came to check. This is a wellness check.
You still have internet?
I've been watching those single care commercials with Martin Sheen. That's how I'm getting my Martin Sheen fix instead.
They not only come to your house to check on you, they walk into your house, they turn it on, and then they sit you down. And they're like,
they leave
Breaking Bad's on.
And they leave a glove on the floor.
Yeah. No, they slip on the glove.
Even if you're asleep on the couch, they've set it back to season 1, episode 1. Put it on.
They're like, you want us to do this for you?
Let it stream while you sleep. Yeah.
That could be a service. We should recommend that. We'll offer that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we started recording, I was telling Artie I bought a bicycle. And I'm really glad I bought a bicycle, and it's great. But my legs, I guess from not using them for so long when I was sick and everything, because they'd limited my walking. It's not that I didn't walk, and all I did was walk. Yeah. I didn't do anything strenuous. And I am so not used to riding bikes. So I can ride fine, but when I stop, I fall. So literally, I'm like, I fall over.
You should get a skateboard, Johnny, or roller
skate. I gotta get like shoulder, like forearm pads and stuff because
you should get training wheels or something.
So honestly, you're right. It's not good, man. It's really not good. And it's just, I guess my brakes are too strong. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I did that on a bike once where the brakes were too strong. Like in the front, it just flipped over.
Well, I don't flip over or anything. It's just that it's just like they kind of like I wobble and I, whatever, and I fall over, and it's so like all my neighbors like, you okay? Are you all right? I'm like, I'm fine. Everything's
Wait, why are all your neighbors with you on a bike ride?
Well, they're all out walking.
Oh,
Yoko chips.
Idiot that I am. So yeah, I gotta build up my legs again before I can really ride the bike. I'm so sad because I'm so happy having this bike. It's terrific. I'm looking at it right now. It's in my apartment because you can't park it on the street.
You should give us a tour of it.
It's got 2 tires.
Yeah, really.
Do you ever dream you were a bicycle?
Every day, Artie.
And you wake up too tired. Yeah,
I get it.
Wow, it's bad. I got
so good Joe, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Strikes again.
With dad jokes, I could do this. I got teenagers.
Good stuff. I haven't watched yet on Apple TV. The Tom Hanks World War II movie Greyhound. I watched the first 10 minutes. It looks awesome.
I'm not aware of this movie.
Yeah, it's cool if you have Apple TV, which I do.
I don't. I have YouTube TV. That's what I watch.
Regular YouTube, or do you have the expensive YouTube?
It's called YouTube TV.
That's
all we watch. Yeah.
I think they're going to phase that out. Honestly, they're not going to make any more.
They're getting rid of it.
Yeah, they're not going to make original programming anymore.
How am I going to get my news? How am I going to see Caitlin Cody on the weather?
Well, I think you can. It's going to be like Sling, where if you want to get channels, I think that service is still going to be available. But they were making original, like they did Cobra Kai, the Karate
Kid, it was on there,
show. Yeah, they're not like Cobra Kai is moving to Netflix in a year or so. Yeah,
I saw the first season of that. I watched that. Yeah,
it's true. And then I also heard, and that makes sense because HBO Max is there, that eventually I have a feeling they're going to phase out DC Universe.
Yeah, I've heard that. I see stuff because they said Titans is moving over there to the Max.
Right, and also Harley Quinn.
And they've been Swamp Things over there too.
In fact, this Saturday, the first 2 seasons of Harley Quinn will be on HBO Max.
Wow.
So, and if you haven't watched
everything over there,
if you haven't watched my reviews of season 1 with Patrick Schumacher, the showrunner, they're all on YouTube.
I wonder why they choose the name Max. Why can't they like HBO Steve or
HBO
something
Cinemax.
like that? HBO Steve, HBO Scott.
Yeah,
I know it's a bad joke.
HBO and Cinemax.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cinema HBO.
Do they have all the dirty Cinemax shows on there? No. They have some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, that's why it's some Cinemax and some HBO.
Yeah.
And then all
like the old ones.
Now, is it one channel or is it like Netflix where you could choose things? It's like that, right?
It's like Netflix. It's a streaming. Yeah, it's a streaming platform.
I knew that before.
Everything's on demand.
I figured that out as I was asking it. I would call it HBO Steve. That's how I would call it. It's better. HBO Bixby, maybe.
Yeah, and Doom Patrol is already there, season 2.
That's cool. Doom Patrol whole.
It's good.
I haven't seen. I used to have the DC Universe. I had it free for a while, and then
you don't have it anymore.
No, it's gone.
Because I still have mine, and it's okay. But you could kind of tell because like they had that DC Daily show with like Amy Dallin was on it and Sam Humphries was on it.
Yeah, I used to watch that. Yeah.
They canceled that show last month.
Oh.
And or at the beginning of this month, I forget. And then I was one of my YouTube shows that I watched. John Campea, who's like a big kind of nerd culture show. I like that.
Yeah, I watch him. Yeah.
My buddy Rob is on his show all the time. Rob Burnett.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, John was like somebody had written a letter saying that they tried to renew their yearly subscription with DC Universe, and they don't offer the yearly subscription anymore. Now you just can only get it monthly. So, that's kind of a sign that they're phasing it out.
Wow.
But yeah, it'll just be absorbed by HBO Max. That'll be fine.
Yeah, but then it's weird because HBO Max you can't get it on Roku or Amazon. You have to get it through only the app, and that's the same thing with the NBC app. Why is that? I guess it's just money.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't. They didn't make a deal or whatever. So Star Trek the cartoon Lower Decks only on North American television, will not be on internationally because
I heard about that.
Amazon Prime passed on it, and unless they cut a deal, and same with Netflix, they passed on it too.
You know what I've been watching is the USA app, I've been watching Buck Rogers with Twiki.
Hilarious.
They're on there, and Lou Ferrigno Hulk and a Bionic Woman.
Johnny and I were talking about that last night.
Yeah, because I was saying it's not on. They're not on Peacock, and they're all Universal shows.
They're on
and I know USA is. Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, I watch them all because I was showing the kids a few weeks ago all the introductions to all the shows because I said that. Yeah, you get the intros, have the origins like Battlestar Galactica is on there. Yeah, right. So I started watching Buck Rogers. Yeah, and I'm confused why Twiki knows all the slang. Like he'll say slang with far out Buck, beady beady, and then he'll walk away.
He's a robot. He knows all.
Well, he's like, yeah, that makes sense. He has internet, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Franco and I were talking about season 2 of Buck Rogers last night.
Yeah, I'm so far. I'm at like episode 4 or 5.
I watched
the one with the glowing hand guy.
Yep.
With you are my number one. That guy.
Recently got back.
Jack Palance. Yes.
I just recently got back Me TV and Decades and all those things. So I was watching. I was watching Buck Rogers, and it was the episode where they introduced Hawk.
Yeah.
The guy with the feather head.
Yeah.
And I was telling Johnny, I was like, man, I used to love this show when I was a kid because my mom put me in religical school, and the year that started, they had changed the religical classes from Saturday mornings to Thursday afternoons, I guess, because I was an older kid by then, you know. So I would go, we would go Thursday evening. That's what it was. And I would always get home and either miss the show completely or only catch the last half hour. I remember watching, I'm like, this is awesome. This show is awesome. And then I watched that episode with Hawk, and it was the most awful show.
Yeah.
It was so badly written, so poorly acted.
Yes.
I was like, man. And you know what's weird? I was telling Johnny, too, that like when I do live videos on Facebook, I'm friends with Gil Gerard on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he pops onto my shows all the time, and it freaks me out. Because I'll see his name pop
Buck
up.
Rogers.
And I'm like, oh, Buck Rogers. And I would watch the show all the time, and Buck Rogers is watching me right now. This is freaky.
I remember
this guy.
In that season 2, they would run past the same rock over and over, like a Flintstone cartoon. And I saw that they were on stage. It was more like an obvious stage rather than a
they had
somewhere.
They had the old British actor Wilfred Hyde White was the old scientist. But he, again, it's in the future, but he'd wear like 20th century clothes, like old
he wears a sweater.
Hello, Buck.
Hello, Buck. The first season was it.
I love the first season.
It's of course, when you watch it now, you know it's been made when we were kids, but it's still good.
They had like Simon, the old computer game, like Dr. Theophilus was like the round computer that hung on Twiki's chest.
Yeah, and I like when they had to go to the judge and jury, and they had all those computer heads on a table. And they were all talking together. Guilty. That was kind of funny.
Is not an answer, one of them said.
Mm-hmm.
What's not an answer?
One of those judges said, is not an answer, sir.
Like this.
One of the judges said.
Just Judy will tell you, is not an answer.
I remember
going to look at you with guilt.
Yeah, Mrs. C's freaking me out with her puppet skin. I remember one Buck Rogers where he comes home to his futuristic house and it's playing like boop, 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 like crazy like future music, and the house has an AI system in it, and he's like, computer, I told you I don't want to hear that crappy music. He's like, play that stuff I programmed from the archives. And it kicks into Three Dog Night singing Shambhala. And he's like, all right. And he's all excited because it's Shambhala.
And then he yells at the computer about the 3 seashells, right?
He says, play Aretha Franklin's Who's Zooming Who.
Is that what he says?
No.
I liked it.
I remember Gary Coleman was on a Buck Rogers.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I remember Frank Gorshin was a bad guy on a Buck Rogers.
I loved it when Buster Crabbe showed up on there.
I was telling Francis about that last night. Me too, man. That's the best. Colonel Gordon.
That's probably the best. And he said, so I've been flying these before you were born or something like that.
That's exactly.
But I wonder, I forget what they called him though.
Colonel Gordon, because he was Flash Gordon as well as Buck Rogers.
Because I just watched it last 2 weeks ago or something.
He goes, hey, nice shooting, Gordon. He goes, well, I should be shooting well, son. I was killing these aliens since before you were born.
Yeah, so he is Flash Gordon.
Yeah, and he goes, he's Buck Rogers from 500 years in the past, and he goes, "Oh, you think so, huh?" And then Flash Gordon goes, "Young man, I know so." And it's like, awesome, man. It's
he's
Flash
cool.
Gordon. Yeah. Oh no, he was, dude. He was an Olympic swimmer.
Yeah, he was an
Buster Crab.
athlete. Yeah,
and even in his 70s, the guy was ripped.
Yeah,
seriously, like the guy. I remember my my Aunt Anita had a Modern Maturity magazine. That's what AARP's old people magazine was.
He's in there,
and there was a picture of him in a Speedo. I swear to God, and she's like, "Woo woo!" She was all excited about seeing Buster Crab
because he was Tarzan first. I remember.
He was a Tarzan. Yes, he wasn't the first Tarzan, but he was definitely a Tarzan. Yeah, he's the original action hero. Like played all the pulp superheroes.
He's like The Rock, who The Rock is now. Yeah.
Yeah, or Michael York in the 70s.
Hello. Yeah.
But yeah, or like Chris Evans playing all the different superheroes that he played.
Yeah,
it's true.
I like Buster Crab. He's cool.
Great name, Buster Crab.
Crabby.
That wasn't his name.
Crabby.
And he was he had a syndicated TV show, and I can't remember his character's name, but he was a French Foreign Legion officer, and his son Cuffy Crab was actually on the show.
Cuffy.
His nickname was Cuffy. Cuffy Crab, everybody, playing third base. Cecil Castellucci at second.
That's good. Right? The Benson sisters taking the outfield.
It's true. Exactly. Julie and Shonda Benson, they'll be platooning with the Cruz brothers. Or no, the Alou brothers. Jesus Alou and Felipe Alou. Don't say it. And skip to.
You beat me to it. I was almost there.
Manny Alou, Felipe Alou, Jesus Alou, and skip to Alou.
I was ready to say that's racist.
Moises Alou.
Moises was the son.
And my wife says hello.
Moises was Felipe. Is she on the chat? Or is she just saying hello?
What?
All right. I thought he was being serious that his wife says hello.
Hello.
No.
But yeah, Moises Alou, that was Felipe.
No, I was rhyming to the.
I see. All right, I'm with you now. I'm slow, you know that. Don't make fun of me.
It's all right.
Oh man, are we done?
We can be done.
I might.
It's 2 hours.
I think I got to take some girls home.
Okay, yeah, it's late.
Yeah, I should probably go to bed.
I'm getting text.
I think we did just fine.
I got deadlines.
Oh, that's interesting. Brad Gibson says he just watched the first Flash Gordon serial on Roku TV.
Oh, cool.
With Ming the Merciless, Charles Middleton.
Yeah,
I love the spaceships in the Flash Gordon show. They look like zeppelins or like watermelons, and they make really loud noise. Like, yeah.
And I like how the smoke comes on. Looks like cigarette smoke, and it's just floating up.
I thought they looked like bottle rockets, like bad.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It looked like the same smoke as Dirty Dragon had on BJ Thomas show.
Classic BJ Thomas. No, BJ. What was his name? Bill Jackson. BJ.
Yeah, BJ.
BJ Thomas's raindrops keep falling on my head.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, and hooked on the original Hooked on a Feeling.
Hooked on a Feeling.
Without the Ooga Chuckas.
Yeah.
Ooga Chukka.
Redburn. Ooga Chukka.
Redbone.
Redbone. Yeah.
Redbone is Come and Get Your Love. Hey.
Oh, that's right.
That's the song that Star-Lord is dancing to at the beginning of Guardians.
Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great show. Great soundtrack.
I like it. It's good.
All right. Follow us when you see us.
Yeah.
I like the pink.
Yeah, I like pink very much.
I like square hamburgers at Wendy's, ladies and gentlemen.
Pink is very
Don't cut
nice.
Corners.
Don't eat at White Castle.
Or go there now.
And pay the price.
They're open right now.
They are 24 hours a day, sir.
It's not only about 10 o'clock, and I'm hurting.
It's true.
I got to go lay down.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to drive kids home first. You guys are awesome. Be nice to each other. Okay.
Oh, we forgot.